We're here! Hello! Hi,
Hi.
everybody.
Hi,
We are
pals.
Some Other Heroes. It is Sunday. It is Some Other Heroes Day. Thank you, everyone who has come past, particularly those people who rushed home to come and join us. We had an impromptu meeting with the lovely people from Wicked Game and Dyson and Slice this morning for coffee and
Business.
catch up.
It was business.
It was very serious business. Lots was done. We just yammered at each other, and it was amazing and fun.
As I'm sure it will surprise no one to know that a sort of gathering of the people on these three streams/podcasts is ever so slightly chaotic, but also hilarious.
Yes, it was.
My face hurt while I was walking home.
Oh dear. We're back. We took last week off, obviously, so that everybody could recover from various things, including a massively successful Wicked week. Can I just have a quick clap to everybody?
Oh yeah.
Like, we've said it to them a lot, but they really hammered it out of the park. It was an amazing week of amazing streams and fun, and we were just blessed to be able to help and support and be involved. We love you guys to pieces. We think what you do is brilliant. So. But while we were off, it was also Some Other Heroes' first birthday. So
I know.
So we have been going for just over 1 year on the main stream. There was a couple of little streams before that, but we don't count that because that was us experimenting. So I would just like to...
That was just in high school. It wasn't real.
Yeah. Can I ask how many stacked DM inspirations the three of you have, starting with Aisling?
I'm supposed to keep track of that?
You are, because they do use up.
Well, it's a complete mystery.
Wayne and I are in the wrong places.
Oh,
no, that's it. No,
that's it. No, that's it.
Theo's playing Rock today,
Yeah.
and I'm playing Eugene. Oh.
Thank you, guys.
I was going to play Eugene.
Yeah.
Books.
I'll get the people to introduce themselves as normal. I just wanted to get this out of the way whilst I'm thinking about it. So, what I will say is each of you get a DM inspiration for our first birthday. Remember, you can have
Birthday present.
Up to 3, which you can use anytime you want to. That's fine. I get one as well because I'm part of the cast.
But you may not use it against us because it's our birthday.
I will not. I will probably use it to help an NPC at some point.
We'll allow it.
Yeah. Also, because it is his birthday soon, Wayne gets an additional point of DM's inspiration. Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Well, thank you.
Because
perhaps I shall use that to save some of us.
Unfortunately, we will be off. Well, no, not unfortunately. We're taking a little bit of a holiday after this. We're away for the rest of August, but we will be back the first week of September. This is so Wayne and I can both enjoy our birthdays to the fullest, and we can just spend some time, the four of us, just kind of planning some things for the future and just exciting stuff coming up. We're really, really, really looking forward to that. So that was me gabbing on. So I'm going to let my friends introduce themselves, starting with Charlie.
I am Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. I am in a different room today, if any of you have noticed, just because I finally have upgraded my laptop, which means I'm actually able to get internet in my study. What a concept. So, I'm in a different room, which is awesome. And I am playing Aisling, who also uses she, her, and she is a satyr and not chaotic and completely normal and serious.
Absolutely, all the time.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm an illustrator and a big nerd. Those things.
Wayne, would you like to go next?
Sure. Hello, everybody. I am Wayne. My pronouns are he, him, as are the pronouns of my dragonborn bard, who I shall be playing today, the demure Rock.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Theo, would you like to go next?
Hello, I am Theo. I am also an illustrator. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Eugene, the half-elf wizard.
Amazing. And my name is Chris. I am the resident DM for this particular stream. I use he, him. My characters that I play use various, but I will try and let those be known in game as much as possible. When I'm not here, I'm being a general geek on the internet, or I'm illustrating as well. We'll come to that a little bit later. Cool. So, it's been a couple of weeks. So, I'm going to do a quick refresh to remind people where we are. Last session, our three heroes valiantly won a story competition against a Fey-enhanced Etin in the realm of the Shadow Realm of the Unseelie Fey that live just beneath the surface of the main Fey of Cairn. They brought to their side a brand new ally, a young Hexblood called Elise, who has returned to their mansion in Cairn to help them with doing research and finally win back a little bit of her freedom from quite an overbearing mother. They travelled. Having done that, they managed to return the memories to their friend Aaron Blacksmith, Bricksmith, who lost her memories, had her memories stolen by the court, the Shadow Court. Having her memories returned, Aaron is much more confident that she can help them locate the people they need to find Ghost, the Crythoric adventurer who may know the secret locations of the 5 temples that keep the sky shield aloft and keep the islands floating in the sky, without which everything crashes to the ground and pretty much everyone's going to die. And seeming as it is believed that this is the last pocket of civilization, it's something we don't want happening. A couple of days' travel around the mountain, and they found themselves at the miners' camp, greeted by Ashling's friend, Ulf Thundersen, a Goliath who pretty much is the head miner, seems to have a lot of responsibility. Met a few of the different miners and had explained to them that currently they cannot mine. The Crythoric, the people who own the actual mountain itself, have sealed themselves in, claiming that somebody was mining in the wrong places without permission, and that the mortals outside had broken the pact that they had made, allowing them to mine ether crystal from the mountain. And that is roughly where we left. Ulf is just about to show you around. Any questions before we dive in? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
So you find yourselves brought outside this large wooden building, and as I described last week, most of the place is kind of ramshack and thrown up very quickly, just to kind of keep it looks temporary, like as you would expect. Like miners come and go. There's lots of tents, lots of lean-tos. The 2 buildings that are the most put together are the trade house, which you were just in, which is clearly where Ulf conducts most of his business, and a beautiful looking inn, which is not the biggest you've ever seen, but has clearly been put together with some thought. Grand statues of dogs and wolves decorate the outside, and inside you can hear a lyre being played and a not brilliant but quite clear voice singing Dwarven and Fey songs. The rest of the camp is full of all sorts of people: humans, dragonborn, city folk, goblins, halflings. Mostly trying to look busy, trying to look like they're actually earning some sort of pay, even though they can't go into the mines and do their job properly. There's a lot of, that sort of energy where you can tell people are busy working, and they are definitely busy working. There's a few that have quite clearly given up off to one side. Connor, who you met before, is actually berating a couple of half-orcs who clearly look like they might be related in some way, and has under one arm has taken a barrel, and in one hand has got 2 wineskins. Has given him a good telling off. There's a couple of other sort of supervisory people trying to make sure that everything just sort of stays controlled. You get the impression things are simmering and people are bored. When people are bored, that's when trouble starts happening.
That's when day drinking happens.
That's when day drinking happens. Ulf is sort of wandering in front of you. He said, so it's not much to look at, I admit, but everyone here is handpicked. They work hard when they can. Please help yourself to any rations that we have at the moment if you need them. And he kind of points to a green tent where there's a gentle sort of steam coming outside where clearly someone is cooking. Halloef is around if I'm not. You can ask her anything you like. The swarthy, big, broad female half-elf kind of just nods at the pair of you. Demel and Dulcimer were on food duty today, so quite nice stuff. Sorry, not Dulcimer. Aspel. Demel and Aspel were on duty. But yeah, help yourselves to any space. Sling your gear down anywhere you need to. If you need a tent or anything, give us a shout. We can provide. Ask around. Do whatever you need to do, and I will support you in any way you can if you can get that mine open again.
Thanks, Ulf.
Right, I've actually got some trade stuff to sort out, but I'll be in the trade post if you need anything. Also, you can buy some materials from the trade post if you need anything. We have some supplies, basic weapons, stuff like that. Aaron kind of...
Well, are we gonna need the weapons?
Oh, there's still wild animals that come up here sometimes and things like that, but you guys, I mean, you fought dragons and giants or something, so...
Yeah, it was a god, I think you'll find. Yeah.
Oh, just small things then. So I think you'll probably be all right, to be honest. Aaron kind of picks up at this point, and she just kind of steps forward and goes, actually, if it's all right with you, I'll buy some basic weaponry and things. She kind of looks... I mean, if you're going into the mine, I'm assuming I'm going to have to come with you anyway, so...
and if you've not got anything to, you're gonna wanna,
I mean, Rock will vouch for me. I usually have a warhammer, but I had to.
Where is it?
I had to leave it behind. I had to look inconspicuous.
Oh.
It's definitely not inconspicuous. I will give you that. But she's very effective with it. I mean, quite impressive. I mean, not if you're on the receiving side of it, it's a little less impressive. But to watch, it's very impressive. Is there a tent somewhere that we can put down anything, our things?
Oh yeah, is there a spare one?
Just kind of in the street.
Ulf kind of turns to Halloef, who just kind of nods, and she says, "Well, follow me. I'll find you something." And she kind of just leads you over out back of the trade post, and there's you can see where lots of people have set up their tents and things like that. She just grabs a tent set and just kind of passes it over to you. She goes, pitch up wherever you feel like. If you need something bigger, just let me know. I think this is big enough for all 3 of you.
It's all right, we'll get cozy.
Are there instructions?
Can I maybe do a survival on it? Because I feel like I would have set up tents before.
I don't think Aisling needs to roll for that. I feel like Aisling's been outside enough that she knows how to do a tent by herself. And to be fair, I think that Rock has seen them done enough that he could probably muddle through. Has Eugene?
I don't think he's ever been been allowed to be in charge of putting up a tent. I think it's always been
You've always had someone to do it for you.
Yeah.
Rooney makes a fair point. I feel like Rock has only been glamping before.
Yeah.
Rock's been in those crazy little cabins that are powered by sadness or something weird.
Rock knows what camping's about. He's seen people do it.
He's seen dirt, remember?
He's seen dirt,
He witnessed soil that one time.
I have seen people erect tents. I've even slept in one or two of the tents.
I read Country File. I know what a tent is.
Yes, I've seen tents. They're very impressive structures, although I still think we may need the instructions. But anyway.
Nope, Ashling's already setting it up.
Oh, no. Well. There you
Amazing.
go.
Aisling takes it out of Help Ulf's hand and just starts setting it up. Help Ulf just kind of gives an approving nod and wanders off and just sort of says goodbye and wanders back towards the trading post. You are left to your own devices. After probably about halfway through you putting it back, Aaron comes back and she's wearing like a nice leather armor that's kind of giving her good free movement. It's like not the most expensive, but it's very practical, and she has indeed found a warhammer.
Haha!
Nice.
But she seems
That's more like it.
she's experimenting with quite hefty swings.
Can I ask her to help me put some of the tent pegs in with it?
She grins, and yes, she does. Yeah, she is able to do that for you.
I'm using my hooves for most of them, but there's one that I can't quite get.
I think as soon as she picks up the Warhammer, Rock's just going to sort of take 3 or 4 steps back, having seen her swing it before.
I'm watching like, yeah, get it.
She has quite a reach on it as well, and she clearly has used it before. But you also notice there's something about the way she moves. It's not that it's all force and power. There's some thought behind it. This is someone who's clearly trained quite hard how to use a warhammer effectively.
Cool.
Cool. So you set up camp, and you can settle down.
Right.
What sort of time of day is it?
I think you guys arrived about mid-morning,
okay.
Early afternoon, sort of.
I can't remember.
I can't remember exactly.
not-
Let's
so it's
say
not
early
bedtime.
afternoon. Yeah, it's not quite bedtime, but having a space of your own is important in a place like this.
Eugene, your very clever idea of the note bird thing, paper aeroplane thing. Did you send that off already?
No, I don't believe I did. I
Should we do it?
would like to ask Aaron. I was wondering if there was anything you could remember about this person that you were hoping to find.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. That's still fuzzy, and I'm not happy about it.
Wait, do you think that
Interesting.
Etten didn't give us all your memories?
Well, I mean,
No, I think I might have something to do with it, actually.
oh,
Eugene!
Potentially. Well,
Done.
What did you do?
when I touched the crystal, I think I might have absorbed some of your memories, if that is even a thing that makes sense. I had a weird dream the night that we came back.
oh, what did you dream
and-
about?
Well, it was kind of fuzzy, but there was a stone corridor, and there was a human, like elegant-looking human, and they seemed to be a miner. Is any of this ringing any bells?
Pretty. Yeah, she left a while ago. And that is. Wait, hang on. And she kind of looks confused for a second. She goes, "No, that's not right. That's not when it. That's when I met Ghost for the first time. Is that right?"
Well, I don't know. It's your memories.
She kind of looks very confused. She says, "I think someone has done something, and it doesn't feel the same as when I lost my memories to the Fae. This feels different."
Could
I hope I
Eugene,
didn't do anything.
Well, no. If somebody else did something, could you sort of undo it, sort of restore the memories?
I mean,
Perhaps
I could
it's a
try
spell.
to dispel magic.
I mean, I
believe
can't, I
I
don't
have
have
to
anything
spell.
that's restorative.
Make an Arcana check, both of you. Ashing, you can if you want to as well.
I mean,
It's
I'll
up to you.
give it a go.
And it's
I mean,
not
sure.
really Ashling's bag, I know. But
No, that was a 6, I'm afraid. Ashley, could you admit
20.
a natural 1?
Yep, and it's a plus nothing.
Well, get it out of the way. No,
I
you know
forgot
nothing.
magic is real, and
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Magic's not
Magic?
real.
Who dis?
Yeah.
What?
Whoa!
I got a 25.
25 from Eugene and Rock
5.
5.
Oh, no, 6.
6. Okay, so
Ooh.
Rock, you're kind
All
of
the difference.
not sure, and then Eugene, you're kind of thinking about it. It's like, well, dispel magic would work if it's a permanent item holding back the memory. If there was something on Aaron's person that kind of needed to be stripped out, you probably need some sort of divine magic. And you think about it with the 24, you're like, it's possible Rock might know something that could help.
Rock. How about Greater Restoration? You know how to cast that, right?
No.
What is it that you have? You have something. You did it to the person in the inn in the memory
Oh yeah,
lacking place.
forgot about that.
What is it?
That was lesser restoration, I believe.
Greater, lesser, same thing. Right?
I'm not sure magic works like that, but sure. Greater, lesser, whatever.
They're all restorations between friends.
Right. What's the difference?
Well, one is less than the other.
Not if you believe.
The other's pretty great, though. Right, so, I mean, I could certainly try that. I'm not sure. Right, okay. Well, okay. Well, have a seat. Have a seat, then.
Aaron kind of finds like a folding stool that was given to you in the kit and sets it up and settles down on it. Looks really funny. You know, they're sort of like adults on kids' chairs sort of thing. Like, because Aaron's still quite tall. So it's just all folded down. This really doesn't feel comfortable, Rock.
Well, I'm not sure exactly how this works, so just stay there. It won't take very long. And I am going to put my hands on either side.
Yep.
And I am just going to whisper, and just whisper words behind them, calling back any memories that are lost or obscured. And I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration.
I think from where Aisling and Eugene standing, you almost see the air shimmer behind Aaron's head, and it's almost you have to blink a second because it's almost like the words form for a moment, and then they settle. This energy settles into Aaron. Can you roll me your D20 and add your spell attack modifier?
Attack those memories. Get them.
Get
Catch him, Derry.
Oh, spell attack modifier.
Be next to things like dissonant whispers, or not dissonant whispers, something like that.
I actually don't have any.
That would be your charisma score plus your proficiency.
Yeah, so yes, plus 8.
Plus 8.
So that would be. Oh, okay. So that's pretty good. Then that's 22.
22. Eugene, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Why do you do this?
Because I did it. This actually is the right thing to be doing, but.
Why? Why can I not do these?
I think
I rolled a 5.
It's only funny. Yeah, go. A 5.
But I do have a +5 now, so 10.
Cool. So.
And you have an inspiration. Just saying.
I don't.
It
above
doesn't
the
matter how many
table,
times I roll it, Charlie. It'll still be crap.
As you do, I don't think you need to kind of wonder for this. It's actually one of those ones that failing is probably more in your favour. So you watch as like a knowledge and information kind of like starts to change, and Aaron sort of looks back and forth. That memory that you have also starts to change. It is indeed Aaron's memory, but the like tall, slim human changes for a second. You see through it for a minute, and you see a familiar face. You see Zabia.
That's the tabaxi, correct?
That is. And you actually do see this human, and the memory kind of goes on a little longer, and you do see Zabia leads Aaron along this corridor, and they're talking about what's going on. And at the end of the corridor is Ghost, this bright, crystalline, tall figure made of like shifting crystals under like a heavy plate armor. More words exchange. Ghost gives their sympathy and wants to help, but they have been forbidden to interfere. Aaron is disappointed, but takes a promise from both Zabia and Ghost that they will keep trying, and starts to make their way down the corridor by themselves. As they do, something dark steps out, and the next thing that happens is her whole perception goes dark, and that's where the memory ends. I was attacked by something in the mines. I don't know what it was, but
By something or someone?
I don't know, but like a dark figure was there, and I was set upon, and someone tried to steal my memory, but I think you just fixed it. I definitely met with Zabia. She is disguised as somebody in this camp. Human named Demel.
Wait. You think Zabia did it, or no?
No, I don't think so. Zabia wants
No,
to help.
Zabia wants to help.
Right. Wait. Did you
Demel's
say
doing the
Demel?
cooking.
I saw it
Demel's
too.
doing
I
the
think.
cooking today.
I think.
Wait, you saw it too?
Yeah. I think somehow our minds are linked because I touched the crystal.
Oh, quick, Eugene, you think of a number.
Okay.
Don't tell it. Right? Can you guess? Do you know what number Eugene's thinking of?
7.
What
No.
was that? Okay, well, this is completely useless. Demil, I'm sure that didn't somebody mention Demil was the cook or something? They were doing rations today. Well, then I assume we'll find them in the tent with the smelly steam coming out of.
We need to be careful.
Wait. I was just going to say, why are they in disguise?
Well, from what I remember, Zabia said that Demel said, and she kind of leans in, so conspiratorially for the audio.
Oh, I will lean in very dramatically.
Because they can't trust who is responsible, who these humans mining in areas they are being cautious. So they're trying to find out if everybody here is who they say they are and what they're doing.
So they think it might be someone in this camp who's doing the stuff.
They initially thought I was who they were looking for until I showed them, and she kind of looks a bit like blushes ever so slightly and just pulls down her like the top of her like undercoat, and you can see like a tattoo of a swallow just below the a magpie, sorry, just beneath the collarbone, until I showed her who I belonged to.
Oh, can I pull that shit as well? Because I've got a magpie.
You are officially a member of the magpies. Well, okay. So she trusts the magpies. Then that's
she knows enough about us to know that we're not here causing trouble.
right. Well, perhaps we shouldn't all sort of just descend upon her asking questions. That might be a little suspicious.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I can go and
maybe.
ask. I can go and get her attention again, or unless one of you wants to talk to her directly.
I mean, she. Well, I would hope that she would remember me.
Oh, do you think perhaps you could ask her to help you bring some rations to our tent, and then we could wait here for you, and then that would give her a plausible reason to come to our tent, and we could then have a conversation.
It's room service.
Well, I mean, just because she needs a reason to leave, otherwise it's going to be a little odd, and we are here, so.
Do you
Well,
want to-
maybe I could ask her to do that because I know Zabia.
I mean, she'll know it's why we're asking her, but just so that she has a reason that maybe won't blow her cover with the other people she's a bit suspicious of.
I mean, I trust Ulf and Haluef. They've been nothing but helpful and supportive of my investigation, but I don't know if Zabia does. So we probably want to keep this all under wraps until Zabia is ready to talk to people.
Okay.
Sorry. Rooney. Devil, we need snacks.
Snacks. Devil snacks.
Yes, if I will just open the tent flap and stick my head out and go, snacks!
Yes. Summon them.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Summon snap.
The snacks child is eternal.
Excellent. So, who is going to go and talk to Demel?
Well, why don't we have Aaron do it if we don't want to arouse suspicion? Because.
But sure, I mean, you all know, except me, so...
Yeah, but maybe Demel doesn't want everyone to know that she knows us. So maybe we should do the reveal behind closed tent doors.
Oh, there's a
You see
reveal.
what I'm saying?
It's always a reveal.
Also, it's a little bit of giveaway when we keep saying demo. I'm just putting that out there, just as someone who is accustomed to speaking. That may be a little bit of a suspicion-arousing way of doing it.
Right, yeah, that's... yeah, okay.
Also, don't do that. That's also a giveaway. And
Winking.
winking is never really as subtle as you think. So just a little suggestion there.
Wow, Judy really trained you properly, didn't she?
But of course she did. Julie is an expert.
Aaron goes, right, well, I'll get Demel's attention and see if they will bring over some snacks and come and talk to us.
Yeah, the snacks is still an important part of it. Just
Yes.
as a...
I mean, if they have any wine...
And we're talking about the food kind of snack, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm still unsure about what the other...
No, we just... Yes, food snacks. That,
Right, okay.
I mean... well, it's a little early for that. Anyway, just go get the snacks.
Okay. So Aaron gets up and leaves the tent.
Cool.
Leaving the three of you behind. Is there anything you want to do whilst she is doing that?
I think Ashling's good. Yeah.
Oh, but perhaps we should... I suppose we can't really write the message until we know a little more about ghosts.
Yeah, I think we should speak with Zabia first. Because they might know how we can get to Ghost.
What do we do when we get to Ghost?
Well, the idea was to find out, first of all, why things are happening here, that people are going places and mining places they shouldn't be, because we're going to try and open the mine again. That was the first thing, the more immediate threat, I would say. And then, obviously, we need to have a conversation about these 5 temples that apparently hold our entire life together, which Ghost may know something about, apparently. So
it's been a hot minute. So to refresh, when the council went away and looked into who was responsible, one of the names that came back was a Archmagus that used to travel with a white Crythoric called Ghost. ghost is probably the same person or same descendant. Obviously, Crythoric descend in a very different way, and probably still has some of those memories. So it was thought the best thing to do was to try and track ghosts down and see if you could talk to them about what they knew and what they remembered or what they had been told about.
I mean, even if they don't really know sort of intimate details, perhaps they could just tell us where to actually look for more of these temples or these places, because at the moment it appears nobody knows where they are, which is a little alarming.
Yeah, you'd think they'd sort of keep track of that. They seem quite important.
You'd think.
Mm.
If you remember, they were more publicly, or the circle of mages that were responsible for it were more public until the formation of the Empire 300 years ago.
Empire!
And then once the Empire began expanding, they decided to just take that power out of people's hands and hide it from the public.
So there's no records of where the temples are at all.
Everything. The only links to the temples were the Magi themselves.
Okay.
And they have.
Yeah, because I think one of us, either me or Eugene, found out about the Magi in a book or something.
Oh, that was in the bookstore, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they found a lot of legends and myth around them, but nothing solid or concrete, or no list of current members. If there is current members, they're keeping themselves in the shadows for everyone's safety, but they're not public.
I mean, I don't mean to sort of be dramatic about it, but
You're never dramatic. What do you mean? You're so demure.
Aisling,
We do need to teach you how to lie.
Aisling, don't make me shove you down a dark alley again.
You're only
Anyway,
going to have to come bloody rescue me if you do. So
again, yes.
Yeah.
Although I tell you what, Eugene was incredibly good with that etching. With like the storytelling was quite. I mean, really, very impressive.
Nice.
Anyway, I was saying. I mean, if I don't blame these magi for wanting to hide their identities from the Empire, as I have told you, the Empire does have a habit of trying to gather
Ruin
power
everything?
in any way
yeah.
they can, and having power over the very sky shield above us sounds like something that I am afraid much power in the Empire, or many powers in the Empire, would be quite happy about.
Empire needs to calm down.
Oh, tell me about it.
Ironically, they have.
Oh.
Well, yes, I mean, they're not as bad as they used to be, but...
They've stopped conquering people, which is a big thing.
Also, on the upside,
The bar ain't high, is it?
we now know somebody on the inside, which is quite, I mean, it would happen to be my sister, but anyway, she's all right, I suppose, for the Empire.
There's a soft knock on the wooden part of the tent.
There's a knock on the flap.
Come in.
Aaron pulls back the tent flap, and a tall, not as tall as Aaron, but a quite tall, blonde-haired woman, quite pretty, almost symmetrical sort of features, but with kind of like, but still has quite thick fingers from somebody who works like with her hands all day. Steps in, looks at the three of you as Aaron kind of steps in behind.
Rock will immediately go, "Oh, you must be Demil, is that right?" Very loudly.
Rock, what about all the things you just said?
What? I'm just inviting this stranger to come in and have a conversation with us.
She rolls her eyes quite heavily, and then just twists a small amulet that she has at her just below her neck, and the whole scene changes. Her whole physique changes, so she seems to grow smaller, but also a little broader, fur furry features, like sharp eyes, and behind her is a serval cat looking tabaxi, who
That's better.
looks very sharp and very smart. And Aisling and Eugene, you immediately recognize Zabia. Rock, you probably remember this figure from the docks. Anybody else? You would have very briefly encountered Zabia in episode 1.
I will immediately just kind of rush behind them and make sure that the tent flaps are closed, just so that nobody can see it.
Yeah, Aaron is also kind of looking quite gaudy at the front.
Nice.
I understand you want to talk to me.
Hi, my name is Rock. I believe you know my companions.
I know all 3 of you, but this is highly unorthodox. What are you here for? Eugene, you look very well. You look like you have possibly grown, both in self and height.
It's the hat.
Yes.
You look so much taller with that 3-foot hat on.
She actually just kind of stride over, and she kind of, without touching you, she just gives you a once over, just make sure that you've got no injuries or things like that. Almost slightly motherly. And she kind of steps back and goes, yes, you seem to be in one piece. This is good. Hello, Aisling. It's good to see you. And
Hi.
Rock, and she holds out a hand.
I will.
You're still hanging out with this one? Kind of says to the other, you two.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of tags along, you know. He's
Well, I mean, Eugene jumped off a dragon. Anyway, I mean, it's very nice to meet you properly too.
So, I'm guessing you were here with purpose. You know, people don't normally send adventurers this far out without some sort of purpose, and you want to.
And yet, here you are.
I am here much longer than I wanted to be because Ghost has still not undergone their retirement.
What?
Ghost is old. My friend is dying, but they have not been allowed to return because of the current situation. The central mind, how do you call it? The memory, the central memory of the Crythoric wants their experience firsthand rather than training a new Crythoric in their place. I am running out of time. He is getting weaker. They are getting weaker. So I have been trying to fit in and find out who is responsible, but I don't find anyone here. And I think that someone else is behind all this.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's a good start because our immediate task, it seems, is to help solve the same issue, but we would very much like a chance to converse with Ghost. But you say that you don't think it's somebody in the camp who is doing this illegal mining?
She kind of looks at Aaron, who kind of like nods. No. I thought initially maybe somebody on the side was trying to make some extra coin, and then the creatures started showing up.
Oh yes, you did mention that the mines were now overrun with creatures.
What kind of creatures?
Yeah.
Strange shadows and dark creatures. A couple of them I recognize. They are.
Oh, wait 1 minute. Did you not, Aaron? Did you not say it was a shadow that appeared
you said you
and
were
then your
attacked.
memory disappeared?
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Well, perhaps it's the same creatures. Although it's slightly alarming if they are creatures that are like shadows and are able to steal memories or
I did wonder
at
what
least
happened.
hide them.
Okay, so some sort of shadow creature is stealing memories.
Great.
Do we think that they are... Have you encountered something like this before? I have met shadows before, ghosts, like wraiths and things like that. Nasty business.
Surely if you've met one of these creatures, you wouldn't remember it, right?
I mean, I don't know if that's what they do to everybody. I hope not.
Well,
I just if you just give us just one tiny second. I'm just going to grab Eugene and Ashling and kind of pull them close towards me and just go. You don't think this has anything to do with the island, like the memories were being taken, and you don't think this is something from that?
There were no dark, shadowy creatures, though, right?
But well, there were a lot of very strange creatures there. I mean, some fairies tried to eat us, for goodness sake. But it was just a sudden thought that memories going missing seems to be a theme.
Does seem to be a theme.
Okay, sorry, we'll be with you 1 second.
Rock, what I will say with that lovely roll that you did with your magic, it felt different from when you tried to restore someone else's magic. This felt like it had intentionally been done, as opposed to where Bitter Snow was just randomly consuming memories to sustain itself.
Oops, consumed.
Yeah, it was him that was taking people's memories, not the creatures, right?
Yes, but it does seem a little... Anyway, just thought I'd check in.
Like magic. When you did, what you changed felt like magic.
Fair enough. Well, I shall tell my friends that it felt a bit more like magic, but do keep an eye out just in case there's any spillover from the island, etc.
What do you think? There's going to be another one of them?
I have no idea.
In a cave? It was a bit big.
But we don't know. They're not necessarily always huge, are they? I mean, they're magic. But anyway, just checking.
Okay.
Oops, we found another AL.
No.
A tiny, teeny one.
Tiny one.
A little one.
That's all right. We'll just trap it in this jar and then...
Yep.
So...
Right, so anyway, you were saying... Sorry.
You turn back around and you realise that you... Like, Zabia and Aaron have probably heard this whole conversation. This is a very small tent.
We were whispering.
No, we turned around. Obviously, the fact that they could not see us means they could not hear us.
The camera panned away from them so they couldn't hear us.
Correct.
Or Rock did it with his telepathy.
I was going to say, I love the fact that we all have the ability to speak in each other's minds, but we just never do that. We just do obvious whispering instead.
That kind of tracks, though, doesn't it?
Very old brand, these three.
It's more on brand, yeah.
Right, so how long have these creatures been in the mines? It does seem to all sort of tie into the same period when things started being mined illegally, etc.
They only started to appear about a month ago, I would say. Probably a little bit longer, but not much. I've not directly encountered them. I have managed to sneak past them.
What do they look like? Everyone just keeps
that
saying
means you can see
shadows.
Well, that's the problem. They look like shadows.
So you just sneak past every
Great.
shadow.
I politely, if anything looks...
It's very
I go the
sneaky.
other way. No, it's right behind you. I didn't even notice right there.
Ah, what?
But has anybody here actually encountered them, or had a proper encounter and sort of come back and remembers them?
Well, that's a part of the problem. We think we might have some of our people have gone missing recently. We thought Ulf was trying to set it off as they've wandered back to town. Tried to... But
So yes, they did
Does
mention
Ulf
they
know
were...
what's happened to him, or?
the last group I'm particularly worried about.
Oh, why?
They're very good. They've been here a long time. And they are very focused people. Young woman Dulcimer and her two companions, Felicity and Mama.
And they've gone missing.
Not seen for a couple of days. Ulf is starting to worry. You can tell.
Okay.
He's trying to keep morale up, but he is worrying.
Where did you see them last?
Honestly, they were drinking and complaining about the fact they had not been able to earn, and I think Dulcimer was thinking about trying to find a way to break in.
I feel like that's a theme.
It feels like it.
Okay.
Just on the talking to Ulf, there was a. We thought perhaps that if people were taking more of these crystals than they should be, it was to sell and fund something. In your time here, has there been any talk about, I don't know, any organizations or any plans that somebody may need money for? Is it possible somebody here is at least connected to that?
It's possible, but I haven't found anything, which is what's been so worrying about this. There are other people in the mine, definitely. The Crythoric do not lie about these things. They have a sense about these things. But I haven't seen them, so I have not seen where they are mining, and they seem to be coming and going at speed.
Are there only certain ways in and out of the mine? Because if they're not coming through here, and I'm assuming they're not coming through the Crythoric side, does that mean there is another way in?
That's what I'm hoping I can find, because then we can prove that at least we know where they're coming from. I can show you how I get in and out.
Oh,
Is that also a secret sort of entrance?
And we need to keep it between ourselves, because the
Right.
Crythoric have trusted me with this.
Right, so if there are other if there's one secret entrance, then there are probably others, so that's a little concerning then.
Possibly. The Crythoric have done everything they can to seal up everything. They're very... I mean, they literally can move the earth if they need to. Aaron kind of goes, I mean, Zabia's way in is not easy, and it's not easy to find, so if they sealed up anything that looks like a cave entrance or anything like that, then whoever is getting in is probably using other means to get in.
oh. Well, how do
Right,
we
so-
find out?
So
How do we find out how they're getting in?
I mean, basically everything seems to point to the fact that we would need to go in and basically go into the mines. I mean, everything seems to point that that's what we have to do.
Well, shall we rest up and get ourselves fed, and then we'll go in later if you want?
What, when it's dark?
I can come
When
in.
everything is a shadow?
We're going into a mine, so I don't think it matters what time
If
of day.
I know that
it's probably
outside
going to
is
be
dark,
dark in there.
the mine feels darker.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll take a lot of lanterns with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zabia kind of twists, kind of puts her hand on the amulet and goes, "So, shall I come and wake you up tonight?"
Sure. Just knock on the flap.
She twists the amulet, and the human appearance takes hold again, and she steps out. So, 4 orders of snacks. I take it from there.
Yes.
But you didn't bring them? Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, I had to come and see exactly what you wanted.
Snacks.
The kind you eat.
Yeah.
And she sort of like gives a curt nod and disappears off.
Well, she seems nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she helped me a lot, actually. Aaron goes to help me get to Cloud's Cairn.
Well, that's good. I mean, she obviously sort of has a ghost's interest at heart. That's always a good sign.
I think they've been friends for a long time.
Oh no, I want an amulet like that. I mean, that's something you can just switch on and off with a sort of twist of an amulet. It seems very useful to me.
She looks way cooler as herself, though. I don't like her disguise.
Oh, totally. Humans are so boring. Oh, sorry. No offense, anyone.
Aaron kind of.
Well, you're a magpie. You're not a human, anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that I was a human first, but thank you. I take it as you mean, I guess.
Yeah, but you're not one of the boring humans.
No.
And there are a lot of those, believe me. Anyway.
It's like Trixie and Katia say, you're not straight, you're heterosexual. that makes you okay.
I'm half human, you know.
Well, yes, I know.
My
thank
top
goodness.
half looks quite human, apart from these.
And
And the
fur
hair.
and the hair and yes.
And the ears.
Otherwise, you're
Ears.
absolutely identical to a human.
Tail.
Yes, totally.
I think you could pass for a human if I squinted and you stood behind something.
Why? Why?
And it was nighttime, and I was behind a rock.
You were
Well,
behind a rock, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going into a mine, so you'll look human in the mine, I assume.
Rock's
Anyway.
definitely
Yeah.
too fabulous to pass as a human.
Thank you, I think.
You're welcome.
Good. Anyway, so did we clarify exactly when they were coming? Because, well...
Imagine they'll probably come when
Everyone else is asleep.
when everything settles down in camp.
All right,
So-
let's get snack sleepy.
Well, no, we don't want to get sleepy.
We'll get a
Going on
disco
an
nap in,
adventure.
and then we'll
Oh,
go and
okay.
do the thing.
Wait, what's a disco nap?
How are they going to wake us if
Oh.
we don't sleep?
What's a disco? Is it like a discus?
Yes.
Is this a Fae thing?
I love the
Yeah,
idea
Fae
that disco
discos.
have Fae.
Yeah.
Fae have discos. Yeah, everybody else
Yeah,
we
knows
do.
those, but just Fae.
They
kept
invented
themselves.
discos.
We've got
That
like underground Cyberdog
tracks.
style discos.
Fae warehouse raves. Amazing.
Yeah.
Fae invented disco in this world. That tracks.
Yep.
Okay, good. So we're going to have a discus nap, and then
Disco. All right. Yeah.
I mean, we have to like sleep in a circle. I'm confused.
what? Oh
Yes.
God! Now you're confusing me. Just
Yeah, you have to
somebody
sleep in a circle, otherwise,
Like a
the
cat.
The discus demons will come out if you don't sleep in a circle.
What?
And then you have
and
to
this is a
you have to present
benefit.
them.
Why?
You have to present them with the bread that we bought earlier. That's actually an offering for the discus demons.
I'm gonna go and help with the snacks because this is all hurting my head.
I'm gonna see how long I can do this for.
Why don't we just have a regular nap then? I don't. Why would we do something that invites these? You
Oh,
honestly-
you're not allowed to do. We're in vicinity of Fae shit, and you're not allowed to do normal naps because it's illegal.
Ashling, the fact that you just put on your serious "I'm trying to convince you" of this voice gives this away immediately. So I've heard you try and be serious and convince people of things.
Well, you guys thought that you have to sleep in a circle, so
That was Eugene, not me. I didn't believe it for a second.
you didn't complain about it.
Anyway, the three of you set. Aaron comes back a little bit later with like a couple of platters of cold cut meats and fruit and stuff. And the four of you settle down. If you need to take any sort of rest, you can do so. It is long enough for a long
Cool.
rest.
Hey.
And I don't think you guys have really sort of had anything kind of happen.
I don't think you guys have done anything since your last rest, so
It's
no.
an opportunity.
Excuse you.
I can prepare different spells.
You can prepare different spells if you have need of them.
Something bright.
Evening comes on. It actually gets louder as most of the miners, sort of not being supervised, constantly get rowdier with drink. A couple of point in times, different people try and drag you out for like dancing and drinking and stuff like that. If you want to get involved,
Whoa.
you can. Aaron kind of
I found
advises
if
against
you
it.
if you startle me from the feet while I'm sleeping, it's a donkey kick situation.
It's a bit like horses. They can kick and they will kick.
Nikki does make a very good point. You
What?
do have a magical bed.
Oh shit!
Wait, who has a magical bed?
You have a magical bed.
Doesn't
I don't.
Charlie have the magical bed?
Do I have it?
Well,
Magical
Aisling.
bed, yes.
What does it do?
Hang on, I'm trying to remember.
Is that?
It's been a while.
I thought that's what Aisling got from.
I have a
Slade.
red
I
ribbon.
think
Okay.
it gives you some temporary hit points when.
Yes, I do have a red ribbon and will kick.
Yeah.
Do not approach.
Magical bed.
What is this magical bed? And Nikki, how do you know our inventory better than we do?
I think because
This was
Michelle's...
your thing from skier.
Yeah, Michelle's sitting behind going, it's this!
Oh.
Tell them to do this!
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thanks, Michelle.
Skier says everyone who sleeps in it gets a D4 to add to stuff.
Yeah.
Add to
That's it,
stuff.
thank you.
All right,
How
let's
big is
try
the
and.
bed?
Or guidance. So
Is this a single situation,
Yeah.
or is this
No, it's
like
big
a
enough
queen?
for up to 6 creatures, I think.
What?
It's weird magic.
Skier
Sleep.
sleeps 4 apparently. Oh, well, Skier.
Thank you,
Learning
Michelle.
all sorts of things about
Thank you for
Skier.
reminding me.
Oh no, wait, maybe 6. She doesn't
Maybe
remember
6.
that night. She's not entirely sure.
If we get real cozy, one big bed.
I
Alright,
like
everyone,
to starfish while I sleep.
Yeah, there's enough room
Oh,
for
good.
Eugene. So sit up to 6 or 4 when Eugene starfishes. Cool.
Let's
get a
let's
D4 to add
let's
to
move
stuff.
on, shall we? What do we add the D4 to?
It's like inspiration.
Stuff.
Not inspiration,
Okay.
like guidance. So you can just add it to one of your attack rolls. Your
Brilliant.
attack rolls or ability checks, or saving throws. So,
Awesome.
you can't add it to damage rolls or healing rolls. Though.
Well, perhaps we
Literally
should have,
written D4 to add stuff. So.
we should probably just have a small slumber party with the snacks in honor of Skier.
Yes. Oh. Yeah.
And it's the first time you've actually
I
had an
miss
opportunity
skier
to
slumber
use...
parties.
It's the first time you've actually had the chance to use her gift properly. So it kind of... Aisling kind of gets this little tiny bag that it doesn't look very big, and then turns it inside out, and as she does this mattress just goes
Oh
and
no,
fills
it's
the
going to be
space.
one of those things that's like impossible to get back in
Get
the
back
bag.
in, totally.
I hate those. You have to like roll it really tightly, and then you like need another
You like
person
sit
to,
on
like,
it and then
open the
try
bag.
and get
Yeah,
it in the
nightmare.
No, because artificers have solved that problem because magic.
Thank God.
It looks really comfortable. It looks like a proper mattress, and there's bedding and stuff that you kind of put your hand back into and you pull out like bedding for everybody as well, and pillows and stuff, and it all comes
Today's
out.
episode is brought to you by Casper.
Dear. Yeah, it's very comfortable.
Rock's just like that. Could you try get a pillow that's a little harder? This one's a bit soft, if you wouldn't mind. That'd be great, thanks.
And that's
Get
how
on
the
the
pillow
mattress.
fight started.
I will win because I will stab all the pillows.
No pillow fights. You'll spill my wine. Right. Anyway,
You guys get to rest, and
said Chris, trying to regain control.
I just like the image of Rock doing this with his wine glass. Like, no,
That's exactly what he
shit,
did.
careful, no.
Until you turned away, and then he'd be like that, hitting you with the
Yeah.
pillow.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
dear. You comes to about middle of the evening, and there is a soft wrap on the wooden frame again, and Alice, so Erin gets up and looks out and kind of comes back and goes, "It's time."
Oh,
Get
good,
ready.
right. Okay.
What? What's going on?
Oh, it's very quiet out there. Have they all passed out? There was quite a lot of noise before.
There's a few of them have passed out. A couple of them have gone to bed. There's a couple up further out, but it looks like they're safe. Zabia pokes her head in. She's still in her human guise.
Hi.
We need to be stealthy and quiet. Does anyone need any help with that?
Oh,
Yeah.
good Lord. I think I'm all right. There's no Ashling's. There's no ladders, are there?
Does anyone got
there
any
is some
socks?
climbing, but no ladders.
Great.
Got any socks?
She just focuses for a second, mutters something, and wiggles some fingers, and Aisling disappears.
Oh, shit! I've been kidnapped again.
What have you done? What were you trying to make socks? Because it didn't work. You made her disappear.
She's invisible. Which makes it hard to
The sock spell and the invisibility spell are so similar.
It's more the noise she makes, to be honest. So
Yeah, but people are kind of more likely to just go, "Oh, it was just some wild animal or something." If they look for her and she's not there.
Can I see myself?
you haven't heard her climbing down a ladder.
You are fully
It's hard to
invisible.
ignore.
Rock, you've got invisibility, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you've seen Rock do this. So
This
Yeah,
is
but-
nuts.
Ashling doesn't
you
normally
can't see.
do
So you know where
invisibility.
you are, like instinctually, you know where your body is and stuff like that. But you can't see your hands or anything like that. So you're kind of like clipping around, but you can move around normally, and you still make the same normal. It's just that no one can see you.
I'm going to make more noise.
Right. So follow me and keep quiet.
Okay.
Ashling, you go last, because otherwise we won't know when to stop, and we'll probably fall into you. So
Yeah, okay.
You watch as Zabia and Aaron kind of dart from shadow to shadow with a level of experience.
That's where the demons are.
You're not even in the mine yet. It's chilled.
I'm just scared of all shadows now.
Including the one in your head?
Uh-oh.
Dear. So, if it wasn't for that you knew which way they were going, you're pretty certain you would have been able to lost track. In fact, a couple of times they have to stop and wait for you, as you kind of lose track of them because they both move quite they're quite experienced at this sort of thing. This is their world, as it were.
Aisling is mentally keeping track of where we're going, by the way, as well.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd like a stealth check off of everybody. Aisling has advantage.
Oh, hail Satan.
Oh,
Okay. Got a 19.
19, good. Yeah. Eugene.
13.
Okay, that's not bad. And Rock.
22.
Brilliant. Eugene is definitely the loudest of you. Aisling's loud, but the way that Aisling moves about and the fact that there is somebody kind of go at one point and kind of looks over and must have just imagined it and just kind of rolls back.
I'm invisible, so I'm just like,
Yeah, literally standing like a 2 feet from him, going.
go back to sleep.
Go to sleep. It was all a dream. Eugene actually is quite stealthy, but it's just a little louder than everybody. Kind of like at one point, one of your robes gets caught on the tent peg and things like that. And
Fashion.
you're doing that thing where you're
No capes.
you're trying to like not breathe, and I think you like shallow breaths, and I think Eugene kind of does that thing where like actually you stop breathing, and then there's like slight at one point where you remember you have to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Eugene, why are you breathing so loudly? Why are you breathing so loudly?
And Zabia leads you all to the scaffolding. And clambers up.
Like a professional, while the rest of us bumble along.
Yeah.
Aaron is very good as well, but Aaron kind of comes back at one point and just helps Eugene kind of step around a few things.
Oh,
You make your way up the side.
Aaron comes back and helps Eugene learn how to walk
No, it's not that. I say
and breathe.
it's just compared to the rest of
and
you.
breathe.
Yeah, Eugene's just a little louder and a little bit more obvious. At one point, you're standing in the middle of lamplight and you don't even realise it, and just Aaron just kind of just gently guides you back into the shadows.
I love it.
Little things like that, just lack of experience rather than lack of skill. You make your way up the scaffolding quietly and deftly, and you eventually get to like this outcrop where Zabia jumps out and holds out her hand. Aaron kind of steps back and says, "I'll go last to make sure everyone can make it. Does anyone need a hand jumping across?"
Nah. I've got Mirthful Leap in it.
Yeah.
Is this athletics or acrobatics?
It is your choice. Technically, it would be athletics, but I'm not that worried about it. So.
Okay. No, I think I'll be all right. I'm fine. Yeah.
So make me either an athletics or an acrobatics check if you need to.
In the spirit of using skiers' gifts, I will use my signet of sky stepping to cast jump.
Ooh.
Amazing. So you.
And I'm going to
both
use
roll.
Mirthful Leap to do mine.
Yeah. And neither does Ashling. Actually, it's far
Cool.
enough that you can do that without having
Oh,
to worry.
I got a
about
dirty 20 anyway, so.
it. Awesome. That's very cool.
I'm
so
going to
you-
I'm going to leap.
Excellent. Rock, you watch as Ashling literally just kind of like scampers forward and then does this wonderful little fey jump. And then there's this second where you're like, oh, hang on, she hasn't quite. And it's like she steps on air and just keeps going.
Double jump.
Like
I hit A twice.
What? Right.
And then you're kind of looking at Eugene, who kind of touches the one of the rings on his finger and then literally just goes, boing.
It's one of those things where Rock's like that. Eugene, do you need any? No, I guess you don't. Okay.
No, I buy.
Well, fortunately, I rolled a 16.
Rock jumps not as magically as the other two, but it's quite a nice forceful leap where he kind of uses the side of the wall to push off and makes it onto the outcrop. As he does, Zabia just grabs his hand and pulls him in and kind of nods with as if she's impressed by what you just achieved. Arian comes last and does very well. She follows Rock up and uses his example to kind of push herself back up and just kind of lands beside him. Right. If you who does not have dark vision?
I'm good.
I don't think I do, actually.
And she,
Do I?
nope.
I don't think I have dark vision. No.
Dragonborn do not have dark vision.
Okay.
Which is weird, but one of the few races that don't. She reaches into a pocket and she pulls out like a.
Oh dear, my pocket.
Into a.
Oh, no.
Not two pockets.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Pulls out pocket. Goes. This is yours.
Pocket turns into an anglerfish, and then we can see the way.
She pulls out a small pair of goggles which have like a gold trim, which looks a little bit like an owl, and passes it to you. You want those back?
Maybe.
Go on, try, Mum.
But yeah, are we trying to not be seen going in? Because I mean, we could create some light if that's what we need. But if we're going to try and be in the dark, then I will need the
Rather
goggles.
stay in the dark for now.
Is that not where these the creatures are though?
Where the
Well, the more light, the more shadows, right?
My thought is that they will come
Ah!
towards us if we have the light.
oh god.
Right. Okay. Good. Yes. No. Definitely need the goggles then. Thank you. I'm going to try them on.
Oh, they look beautiful.
They actually do really suit him. They're elegant enough for his.
Yes. I
taste.
look like a draconic owl. Great.
I must draw it.
Then Zabia pulls back a stone, and behind you can see like there's this very small crawl space. You can probably get in on your hands and knees, no problem. But she grabs hold of the stone and just pushes in feet first.
Ashling's fine with it. Charlie's like, nah.
Yeah.
Aaron pulls out a small potion that she has at her side and drinks it, and you see that this light goes into her eyes. It's not permanent like the goggles, but at least I'll be able to see for a bit.
Oh no, that's very good thinking. I didn't think to get any of those.
Unfortunately, there's only one dose, but
Makes a note to get potions of seeing in the darkness.
she waits back. Who would like to go second?
Ashling will scramble in. It'll be a Winnie the Pooh situation, but she'll scramble in.
Gentle.
Eugene gives her a little
Goat
push.
butts be big butts.
You managed with a little bit of squirming. You managed to get through, no problem.
Scramble in, hooves everywhere, kind of thing.
Yeah. I think Rock will follow, complaining about the dust that Aisling is kicking up all the way.
Aisling, you find yourself in like a long crawl space, which you kind of opens up into a chasm with like where you can stand up again. It's quite narrow and kind of seems to thicken out.
Oh, this is cozy.
Oh, it's a fair point. How is Aisling underground? I know she has been underground before.
I think Aisling doesn't really mind. I know Charlie would be hating it, but Aisling, I don't think Aisling's claustrophobic.
Rock comes just behind you and nearly bumps into you, trying to get his footing as he comes out into this open area.
Hello.
Sorry,
Right,
it was just difficult to see because I got dust all over my goggles from you kicking up with your hooves. But it's fine. Don't worry. It's all right.
No. You don't need a hand then.
Was it? This is a little snug here. Can we?
Yeah.
Is there space to move?
I'll move forwards. I'll wiggle. I'll shuffle.
Okay, good. I'm not sure this was really great for all of us. Anyway, okay.
Awesome.
Eugene, are you there?
You coming?
He's invisible. I can't tell if he's coming or not.
Ashling's
I'm not invisible.
I'm invisible.
It's
was
it's been
Aisling who's
over
invisible.
a minute, so that's faded now. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fine. No one's invisible. Well, I still can't see anything. Anyway.
Surely, even if I was invisible, you'd just see a cloud, like a weird shape of dust.
Just like dust with horns.
Yeah.
Let me just check that because I think.
Eugene, why are you invisible?
Oh no, it's up
wait,
to
you're
an
not.
hour. So yes, you are still invisible.
Oh.
So you did not see her butt, just the dust.
No, just the
It doesn't
dust
help.
in my goggles, which is great.
The dust butt.
Can you move forward? Have you moved forward? I can't tell whether you've moved forward. Are you? Where are you, Aisling? Aisling! Oh, sorry, Aisling!
Are you two done?
Aisling.
I've shimmied quite far away from him now, but I've done it really quietly.
It rocks just like this.
I can't tell if she's still here. Can you tell if she's here? I don't know where she is.
I'm
gonna
still concentrating
sneak
on
back
the spell,
up.
so yes, I know roughly where she is.
I'm gonna go
Oh, okay. So
round to the side of Rock and just be like, Rock, be careful!
Stop it! Don't. Aisling, we're trying to be quiet. I'm just going to look directly at the other two and just go, it's her. She keeps doing this. It's really, just tell her to keep quiet.
Eugene, you're making your way in next, I take it. Yep, there's no problem for you. You being the smallest of your companions, you can actually kind of crouch walk a little bit as you kind of go. And then
Nice.
Aaron, you hear as Aaron puts the stone back in place and follows you out.
That was a good stone noise.
Thank you. You guys all you step into this open area and you kind of already see Rock arguing with Aisling.
Except
Well, we
there's
see
no
Rock
Aisling there.
arguing
He's just
with thin air.
Within,
yeah,
We assume it's Aisling.
the safe assumption.
Aaron steps out as well, and the five of you are in this sort of narrow chasm that kind of spreads out. Zabia makes a motion to follow and starts stepping towards to the left and says, "Keep left, keep quiet, and whatever you do, don't be aggressive."
Towards who?
Any crystals
Me.
mostly, but try not to look aggressive.
Okay.
Um,
I don't look anything right now, so it's
Rock
not really a problem
immediately
for me.
smiles. I
God.
Wait, if the rocks, if the stones are all possibly sort of them looking at us, then what? So they're just watching us now?
Quite possibly, but
Okay.
they wouldn't have done
Hi.
anything because you came with me. So we're going to go to where I normally meet Ghost,
Oh, good. Okay, good.
and we are going to have a conversation with Ghost and see what we can do.
Very well. Okay.
So she starts walking down the doors to the left, and she stays very close, and every once in a while she points out different areas where she doesn't want you to tread. Make a perception check as you go, guys.
Okie dokie.
As we're going along, I am just going to whisper as we start moving and just say, well, it's a little snug in here, but I mean, we're adventurers now. We're perfectly fine with this, aren't we? Well, you're both fine. I'm sure you're fine. We're all fine. It's a little small, but we're fine. We're fine. We're absolutely fine.
Rock,
What?
Rock, I feel like you're
you
spiraling.
don't sound very
No,
fine.
I'm fine. I'm just not crazy about small spaces. Anyway, on you go, and I'm going to give them both a little nudge and give them both bardic inspiration.
Ah, thanks, Rock.
That's very cute. Zabia goes round like quite a sharp corner and kind of puts her paw back round, her claws back round the side to kind of motion you to stay very close. Sorry, did you guys do the perception checks for me?
Oh,
I got a 21.
Nice.
14.
13. And sorry, what was that, Wayne?
14.
14. Aisling, you can tell that some of these floors are false. They look very good, but they can give way if you stepped on them. They're kind of there's cracks underneath, like a dust layer that you can just about make out. It looks like somebody has dug deliberate traps along here to kind of keep people from
I
going
will
this way.
Point out. Somehow, I will point out all of them too.
I think you can
I'm just pointing like there.
I think
I'm gonna pick. No, wait. I'm gonna pick up a twig or something and just be like, it's a floating twig. Like, yeah, don't stand.
I just
on
see after like 10 minutes, all you hear is Ashley going, "Why are you not doing what I'm telling you? I'm pointing to them." What do you mean you're pointing to them? We can't
I
see
think
you.
we can't see you.
that. Okay, all right, fine. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna use something to point. I'll pick up something.
I apologize. She releases the spell, so just as Aisling is pointing with this rock.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. There. Don't stand on that.
Oh, okay. Just that one? Okay, fine.
No, there's quite a few. Yeah, they're not real floors. They're traps.
Okay,
so.
you go first. I'll just stand where you stand. How's that?
Okay.
Good, okay.
As Zabia and Aisling kind of disappear around this corner, there is a gentle, sort of like a change in pressure in the room. And then there is a deep, deep rumble. I would like everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh,
boy.
okay. Okay. Got a 16.
16, cool.
17 for me.
Okay. Eugene?
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay. There is a sharp shifting in the floor, and suddenly stone out of nowhere just kind of crests up between. Rock and Aisling, you pull yourselves to the side, but are separated from Zabia for a second. You turn back towards Eugene and see Eugene disappear down one of these holes.
Can I use my reaction to try and grab Eugene?
Hang on one second. Aaron grabs hold of Eugene and pulls him into a hug, and disappear. The two of them disappear from view. And that
Shit.
is where we're going to take our break.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
As Eugene falls, he just hears Rock going, "Eugene, what are you doing?"
I fall
We're going to
Eugene, you come back here this minute.
We're going to take a 10-minute break and come back to our friends as they continue their disappearance into mines, literally. We'll be back at 25 so it's 35 minutes past the hour. We're just going to grab some drinks, stretch, and the like as well. If you are about, please check out the wonderful faces we have as our updated ongoing campaign for Pride Doesn't Stop. There might be some familiar people that you might know in it. It's possible, because some of the heroes are indeed part of the queer community, so I thought Wayne and I thought we'd just
No.
highlight
Us?
ourselves. And
Me?
some of
Right.
our friends
How?
of the show.
That's very presumptive of you, Chris.
So we're
How
highlighting.
very dare you?
How dare you out me?
The war.
So yeah, we are highlighting ourselves and our friends of the show, which just to round out, and some amazing
Just gonna
charities that we
Gonna
think
hide
the
that.
world of. And if
Okay.
you are not following them already, we wouldn't really ask you to do so. Yeah. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. See you soon. hope you all had a lovely break. You all grabbed yourself a drink, visited the facilities, and checked out the wonderful people in our suggested queer creatives and friends of the show, and charities. There's some really lovely charities in there as well. Big thanks to Wayne, as always, for putting that together for us.
Thanks, Wayne.
It was spectacular, and I got something I hadn't even seen. There's a little tiny bit of animation in there that I thought was just beautiful. So he clever. We like him.
You are very good at the designy stuff.
So, before our break, our three friends made their way inside the Cairn, the big mountain that is the centre of the main island of House Cairn, led in by Eugene's friend Zabia, and taking Aaron with them as well. The five of them made it in, and it looked like they were doing fine when a sudden shift and movement in stone separated Zabia from the other four, and Aisling and Rock looked on in horror as Eugene and Aaron disappeared into a hole away from view.
What are we supposed to do now?
Well, I don't know. If it's not you disappearing down an alley, it's Eugene. Where does this go? Do you know where this goes?
The two of you hear a scraping sound, and the floor seals up behind them.
That's...
What is this? What? You didn't tell us there were giant traps that were going to just take everyone?
How in fresh hell am I supposed to know what traps do in here?
Well, I don't know. Who is Thingy still with us?
Xavier was cut off.
No, you got
There's a wall
separated.
behind you, right next to where Aisling is at the moment, where Xavier...
Yeah, and Aaron?
And Aaron is down in the hole with Eugene.
So everything's just sealed back up.
Everything is sealed back up. The tunnel now, a tunnel has basically changed and is guiding you off a different way.
Right, well, we don't really have much choice, do we? We either have to go that way or that way.
Can I investigate the bits that have sealed and see if I can learn anything from it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can make a survival check.
Okay. Maths. 15.
15. You kind of give it a really good look over. You could swear there was never a hole there. And only your instincts kind of go, this may have been done via magical means.
Yeah.
What, so we can't even sort of crowbar it open or anything?
Yeah, it's
It's
a
not-
trap in the conventional sense.
Nah, this wasn't like the other bits.
God's
This
sake.
was like a...
I'm going to get down on my hands and knees next to Ashley, and I'm just going to sort of just go, Eugene, can you hear us?
No response.
listening.
Make a perception check.
Okay. No. Yeah, still no. 11.
11? No, nothing. It's stone.
Perception, you say?
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's a little dusty. It was a 6.
So neither of you can hear anything that kind of indicates that you have heard you.
Oh
Right,
shit.
okay, so we have to go that way then, because maybe we can find a way down from further along or something.
Okay.
We can't
right.
go back.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a mark somewhere, because if this friggin' tunnel keeps changing, I'm putting a mark somewhere, and if we
Ooh,
end up
leave
going
some
in
breadcrumbs.
circles,
I've got loads of bread.
not wasting my glorious bread. I can. Is it safe to say I've got some chalk or something to hand
Oh,
because
yeah,
I've got my
easily.
textbook and stuff?
With your
Okay, cool.
equipment and stuff. I think you can make some
Yeah.
check marks as you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little smiley face with horns.
So the two of you actually make some chalk marks, and the two of you make your way down the one tunnel access that you've got. As you get closer, as you get further and further away, the tunnel twists and turns and comes back on itself and comes down and then up again. And you don't feel like you're making any progress when suddenly you hear a blood-wrenching scream.
Is it coming from the direction we're heading in?
Eugene.
Scream.
No. Eugene, you wake up at a base of a sort of a sharp cliff with your head on Erin's chest. She is breathing, but she has a bit of a head wound and currently is unconscious. You are on your own down here. You look around the room and you see that there's a couple of small tunnels that kind of go off, and you're in a kind of like a small like chamber, like a natural space in the mountain.
Can I do a medicine check
Of
to see if I can do anything to help
Yep.
Erin?
Yep, absolutely.
Medicine. 11.
She actually seems stable. She's just knocked herself unconscious. You think?
Okay.
You think she's going to be okay. She's not in any danger.
Cool.
It's around this time that you hear a small giggling.
It's not me.
Do I see anything?
Not initially. You're going to look around and it kind of starts again. Like this sort of small, childlike giggle.
Oh no.
God, it's Pigface!
No!
She's back!
Did they take your name and feed you to the dark as well?
No.
Mr. Stitches likes you.
I'm sure I'd like Mr. Stitches too if I could see him.
Have a perception check for me, or a nature check. Your choice.
Neither very good.
Okay.
Oh no, nature is good. Ugh, why am I rolling so terribly? 13.
13. You don't really notice anything unusual to start with, but that voice is definitely coming from somewhere, and you can't quite place where it's coming from.
It's definitely D&D. You notice nothing unusual apart from the creepy giggling of the voice talking about
Coming
Mr.
from somewhere you don't know.
And the voice talking
Yeah,
about
don't worry
Mr.
about that,
Stitches. Otherwise, perfectly normal.
Where are you?
I am here, and it kind of disappears up. I am there. Are you going to play? The nice man said I would have people to play with.
Leaving.
It depends what we're playing, I guess. I'm not very good at games, but who is this nice man, out of interest?
He's the one that brought me here.
Right. Okay.
It was dark for ever such a long time. And now I'm here. And I get to play with people.
Right.
It's about this time, just at the edge of one of the tunnels, you notice there is a form that is darker than the rest of the shadows around it. And it has the size and shape of a small humanoid.
I think Eugene will try and sort of move towards it slowly and so what do you want to play? I'm looking for a friend of mine, actually.
Let's play hide and seek.
Fireball, fireball.
I feel like you've got an unfair advantage there because you're kind of elusive already.
You hide your soul, and I'll seek it.
A different game, maybe?
I'll have a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Piss
You
out.
can use mage armor or something like that as a reaction if you
I don't have it prepared.
Fair enough.
Oh.
A
20, dirty 20.
dirty 20, you
No,
die-
wait, what did you say? Dexterity?
saving throw, yeah.
17, sorry.
17. A clawed hand lashes out at the space where your head was moments ago, and you roll back. Roll back naturally, coming close to Aaron. There's a hiss and an unnatural, and then that shape gets smaller again. Give us what we want, and maybe we'll let your friends live.
And what is it you want? And please don't say my soul, because I don't think I can give you that.
I want you to stay here and play with us forever and ever.
Fuck.
Any movement on that time period? Like,
You're funny. And she holds up this shape that looks like some sort of doll. It's also made of the same
How
sort of
there's
shape.
dolls?
She goes, Mr. Stitches likes you.
Oh.
Rock and Ashley, you are
please help me.
you are faced with a shrill. It's definitely humanoid, and it's definitely of pain and suffering.
Is it coming from the way that we're heading?
Yes.
Do we? I mean,
We
What?
have to try. That could be Eugene or someone. We don't know. Or some. It could be Arwen. We have to move. Let's move. Come on. And I'm gonna
Okay.
start moving towards it.
whilst we're moving, I'm putting some sort of feckin' armor on myself. Hold on. Hold the feck on. All right, armor of Agathis. That's going on me.
Armor of Agathis
Casting
goes
that
up.
while we're running.
You both
It lasts for an hour, so.
Awesome. You both sprint to the end of the tunnel. This opens up into a large room area. And in the middle of the room, you watch as these stalagmites start disappearing into the floor. And in the middle of them is a human male that you've not seen before, wearing dark leathers and a cloak, who has what looks like mining equipment.
Do they look in peril, or does it look like they're the ones doing this?
They're dead.
Oh.
The body sinks to the floor. It has been pierced in several places.
Oh, nice.
What,
Charming.
recently dead, or is
As
it a
in-
bit?
Still limp, like blood is still pooling under them. Literally just killed.
So that would be the scream.
Oh,
We found one of them.
well, at least it's not Eugene.
Can I look at the floor and see if I can see maybe where is safe to stand?
Make a perception check for me,
Okay.
or an investigation check, actually.
Okay, that's still a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is nice. It's a good, nice 20. You start looking to see if there's any sort of trigger or traps. This does not look like it was a trap. It looks like something set this off deliberately. What you do notice as you're kind of looking around, you get close, you notice that there is a tear in this person's jerkin, and just beneath it, just below their left breast, is a small flame tattoo.
Does it? Have I seen that before? Because that rings a bell.
Yes, the embers.
Yeah, that's it. Rock, do you see that?
Yes, I see it. Right. Okay, well, they're dead, so I don't think we have to worry about them too much. Can I
No,
look around and see if there's another way out?
Yeah, there's two exits from this room on the other side from where you came in.
Okay, good. Right. Should we? Which one? Which one? Pick one.
Left.
Okay, go. I think
Okay,
let's go.
Let's I mean, I would say let's stay close to the wall, but these things didn't just pop up like normal spiky trap things.
I think right now it's
I feel like they
pretty
could
much
come out
just
the wall.
yeah, anything's to go. So maybe we can just try and find Eugene. That would be a good start.
It's just run non-aggressively. Can't look
Run
aggressive.
non-aggressively. Yes, try not look aggressive. Wait.
Huh?
What?
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to start moving towards the left-hand side exit from this room.
Amazing.
Yeah, same.
That's cool. You kind of get along further along. And
I'm going to run nonchalantly, like one of those people who's in a hurry but trying not to look like they are.
A courtesy jog. You're doing a courtesy jog.
You kind of find yourself heading further down, and as you come round, you come into like a T-junction area, and you jump back as a figure nearly runs into you, and it's a human that you've not seen before, with dark skin and sort of like amber eyes, and they look panicked, and they see you, and they kind of and just kind of go for a knife, and as they do,
No!
ceiling just comes down on top of them.
Oh God! Right.
Okay, good. That one's done. Okay.
Would
Is
it
it blocked our path?
No, you can still move around it, and it kind of feels deliberate, like.
Rock,
Squished in so flat we can get past. Great.
Rock, would it be deeply inappropriate of me to see if they had a tattoo?
But this is no time to think about tattoos.
But what if they're all embers?
Oh, I see. One of those. I suppose, yes. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not just seeing if they've got a cool tattoo, Rock.
well, I don't know. There's a lot happening.
Can I get to any part of them, or are they just flat?
Yeah, no, there's parts of them all over.
Yeah, they're kind of human grape juice at this point. Whoever did this is very thorough. I'm going to jump back to Eugene.
Oh, good.
Eugene,
Come back to where Eugene's head used to be.
You kind of find yourself next to Aaron, and this figure is kind of not moving closer. It's kind of like shifting, like ever so slightly, and you look like that they're probably going to attack you again. As you put your hand down, Aaron's fingers squeeze yours, just gently to let you know that they're awake.
Okay. I will use my teleportation to move away from them.
Awesome. Which spell are you using?
Benign transportation, so it's just an ability. It's 30 feet, I think.
Cool. Are you taking Aaron with you, or are you just doing it yourself?
No, I can't. I'm just moving away from them in case they attack me.
Cool. So you disappear up. From that, you can angle yourself up either of the two corridors that I've painted a word picture for.
Yeah, I think I'll move towards one of them, whichever's closest.
Cool.
But I won't leave where I am because I don't want to leave Aaron.
Cool. You reappear in this. How does it look when you do this? Because this is very different from your normal teleportation magic.
I think it's just it's obviously purple, but it's kind of like less of a portal and more just like a big puff of purple smoke kind of envelops Eugene and then disappears and then reappears, rather than like a portal opening. Like a BAMF rather than a Doctor Strange.
I like that. Yep. So there's a poof, poof, and you appear there, and this shadow kind of shifts, and as it does, you have created distraction, and this hand axe lodges itself in the wall next to where this figure is. It crawls down. It sort of loses its shape a little bit, kind of goes like much more bestial, hisses, and then disappears up the other corridor,
To find us.
you and Aaron like panting. Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, are you okay? How's your
Yeah.
head?
You bumped into me when you rolled over. It woke me up. Thank you.
Oh. Any ideas what that was?
Yes, I think that's the thing that grabbed me before.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea where Rock and Aisling are, but whatever that was seemed to know that they were also here, so I think we need to find them.
She kind of looks at the tunnel where it goes. Yeah, but shall we not follow it?
Yeah, let's go
Let's
the
go
the other tunnel.
way.
Yeah.
She kind of reaches out and she picks up her warhammer and just kind of shakes herself out a bit and rubs the blood out of her eyes, and then just kind of goes, "All right, do you want me to go first?"
I'll go first. You bring
I'll
up the
bring
rear.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the two of you kind of step into the shadows. Rock and Aisling, you squeeze past this block and you watch as it kind of just disappears into the ground again, leaving this room open. Make a perception check, both of you.
Okay. Oh, nat 20 plus a 7.
Perception.
Nice. Very nice.
16.
16. Rock, you don't see this because it's beyond.
I'm trying to avoid the human goo.
You're very alert right now, and most things you kind of picking up on a lot of things. But Aisling, with that roll, you notice as this sort of crystalline head disappears back into the rock.
Oh, didn't like that.
And you kind of, as you kind of point it over, Rock, you notice that there's this vein of crystals, like diamond, like almost like diamonds, not quite aether crystals, made of something else, like semi-precious stone. And as soon as Aisling points it out, you just make out the last bits of the features just disappearing into the rock.
Oh, wait. Rock immediately smiles.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, not threatening at all. Not threatening at all.
No. I think this is the Crythoric. I think. Hello.
Oh, I know.
We're a little. We seem to have lost our friend, and we're a little being attacked. I think, or perhaps. Oh wait, was that you? Was that? Were you helping us?
Hi, I'm Aisling. This is Rock. Please help. Please be nice.
I shall bow and then not really know where to bow to, so I'm just going to bow like 3 or 4 times to anything that's shiny.
Going really well.
Make me a persuasion check, the pair of you.
Piss.
Okay.
Well, that's a 9, so...
19.
19. There's a moment of silence, an awkward silence as well, like as you almost like you don't
Every
know
time
what-
Aisling opens her mouth, I just put my finger up.
And then some of the stones start to glow softly, and then they kind of seem to be communicating in a pattern, and then that pattern kind of makes this sort of flowing shape down one of the tunnels.
We'll follow the pattern. Let us know if that's wrong, but we'll follow that, shall we? We'll go this way. But thank you so much for your help. You're very kind. We're here to help. We're just in case you were wondering. We're definitely here to help, not to mine. No need to squish or stab. We're just
So
gonna
please
go.
don't squish
We'll just
us.
Okay, great. Let's go that way.
Thank you. Bye.
You make your way down this tunnel, and it actually gets easier, and you can hear a slight rumble ahead of you, and the tunnel seems to smooth out.
Oh.
Slightly. The crystal vein still stays on your left-hand side, still sparkles moving along it.
Okay, yes, going this way, hopefully to find our friend, who's I'm sure is alive.
Eugene and Aaron, you are very close together, walking through dark. You can see, but not as far as you feel like you should be able to. You are both very close, and you both keep jumping as this sort of "That's who I am, gonna yes for you."
Nope.
Every once in a while, but it doesn't seem to come any closer. And then you do hear, "I'm going to tell the big shadow, and he's going to eat you both."
No. That's not necessary. We'll play. We'll play. That's what you want, right?
I don't want to play anymore. You tried to hurt us. We don't like you anymore.
I mean, to be honest, that wasn't actually me, so we're still friends, right?
Aaron is literally standing there with the Eugene!
No!
I didn't do anything.
Did Eugene literally just go, "Here, take my friend," basically?
We leave Eugene alone for 2 minutes.
No, but no, I just
Already
I
making
mean, nothing
human
you said,
sacrifices.
nothing Eugene said was false.
Just self-serving.
Not me.
Aaron just, Eugene! Oh, she kind of stops and goes, "Okay, we probably want to run now."
where are we, what? Okay.
You kind of watch as the tunnel gets darker, and there seems to be something moving up after you.
Oh, God.
And the two of you start sprinting. I will have an athletics check off of you. You can have advantage because Aaron is literally pushing you to keep
And not gently anymore either.
No. Athletics. Oh, that's a -1. 10.
A 10. Okay, so you're not the fastest. It's a shared one.
Gina's not strong.
She's quite strong. So I think she's not strong enough to carry you, unfortunately, bodily, but she is strong enough to push you up. So between the two of you,
Carry you
manage to stay
emotionally.
ahead. Yeah, she's not being as gentle as she would have been before because she thinks she's a little cross at you right now. But there's a kind of like a hand in your back, kind of oh. And you keep ahead of the shadow, and literally the tendrils kind of pulling this darkness along after you. Rock and Aisling, I would like the two of you to make a dexterity saving throw as you come into an open room.
I'm going to use one of my... Actually, I'm going to use the thing from the magic bed.
Yeah, sure.
Remember, you got bardic
yeah.
inspiration as well.
Yup. Okay, good. That gets me above a 10. Okay. 12.
12? Yep.
I'm also going to use my skier's advantage. Oh, 12.
12.
Haha!
12 is just
We both
about
died.
enough to stop Eugene crashing into the pair of you as he
Ah!
launches himself out of a quickly darkening tunnel. With
Oh my
Aaron
god,
just
Eugene!
I think Rock
think
just
Eugene
We
screamed.
need to go. We can't stay here.
Oh!
Go.
As
What?
you say
But
that-
we were told to go this way.
As you say that, the strip of this vein of crystals behind your two friends starts to glow brilliantly, like hard to look at. And then I think the four of you kind of start making your way the way that like Rock and Aisling say, you watch as this light peers into the darkening tunnel behind it, and there's a shriek. You don't play fair!
What in all hell is that, Eugene?
Who was that? It sounds like you really pissed them off. What did you do?
Oh yeah.
I did nothing.
doubling down on
sorry
this.
if I felt that I had to save you from that creature.
5 minutes. 5 minutes we left you two alone for.
Basically, long story short, there's a ghostly, creepy child with a doll that wanted me to stay here and play with them forever, or they were going to kill you. So
Us? They're going to kill us?
Yeah.
They know we're here.
And now they're annoyed, and they said they were going to get the big shadow. So
that doesn't sound good.
No.
Okay, well,
No.
Okay, well, I'm just going to...
Wait, where's Zabia?
Oh.
I don't know, but we found you. Now, just bear with me, and I'm just going to turn to literally look at the rock and just go, I'm terribly sorry to bother you again, but would you mind, which direction should we go in now? Because we just came from that direction, and now they're in that direction, so I'm a little concerned about which way we should go.
Eugene looks at Aisling like, has he lost it? Like, what's happening?
Can I tell if he's talking to a rock or a rock
It's
person?
very hard. Since you first saw them, like,
I don't
you
even know.
can't even tell if it's one or several of them or what's going on.
None.
And given what you understand from the Crythoric, it might not be easy to spot them anyway.
Damn it.
But what you do see is this ripple of light again, and then it kind of starts moving back the way that they had been trying to get you to go before.
Okay, that way. Just follow the light. Eugene, can you see the lights, the ripples of light? Follow. They're helping. They helped us find you. So just let's go that way. Come on, Owen.
Okay. I'll bring up the rear, just in case that thing gets bright ideas again.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes. Okay, run, everyone, run.
So you all run down the tunnel, and the light. You kind of hear that shifting, crunching sound, and the tunnel closes behind you, separating you from the tunnel that you saw before.
Keep looking forward, Rock. Keep looking forward.
I am not even looking back. I'm just moving, following these whatever the lights are showing me.
You break into a really large open area, where you see what looks like an end of a battle. There are humanoid corpses all over the place. And in the middle of the room, fighting off the last two of them, is a tall, white, crystalline being in a shredded cloak and plate armor. As you enter, he just cuts down one of these dark armored individuals, and then backhands the other, sending them to the floor. And then, with a heavy breath, he falls forward onto his sword, and looks like he is, or they are, I should say, struggling.
Are there any more?
No, there's no other combatants at this point.
I think Eugene will rush straight over.
Yeah, I mean, Rock's going to look to Eugene for cues as to whether this is the person that I think it is.
Yeah. I think we might get that vibe from Eugene just running forwards. I think Aisling will look at Rock and be like, I think that's...
Oh, God, yes, good. And I'm just going to rush, follow Eugene as well.
Yeah, same.
You get closer, Eugene. Make me an insight check, please.
15.
15. You remember a certain brilliance to Ghost, an inner light that seemed to shine all the time. Just a soft gentleness. A lot of his crystals, a lot of their crystals look very dark and dull now. There is a large crack running through their right shoulder and across their chest under their plate mail. It doesn't look like it has come from fighting. It looks like it is wearing damage. They look up, and for a second you just kind of get this like rhythm in your mind, but before that, it's almost like they can't remember how to talk to you for a second. And then this softer voice comes through. Eugene?
Ghost, are you okay?
Eugene, I... Wait. Hold. Eugene, I am alright. Sorry, that battle
Oh,
took a lot
it's
out
okay.
of me.
You should sit. My friend, he knows healing magic. Rock, you can help, right?
As soon as I get there, I'm just going to say, may I use some healing? I'm terribly sorry. I'll introduce myself afterwards, but perhaps you could do with some healing.
I did take injury that time.
No, you just rest. I will heal, and I'm going to cast Healing Word at 4th level.
So you tell me how much you're healing for, and I'll describe what happens.
Sure. Healing Word. That's 16.
16. So you watch as this energy, like you shape the words of creation into this healing energy and push it into the Crythoric. You watch as several of the gems spark up and start to brighten again. The crack does not heal. It looks like whatever has happened, that is a natural thing, not a damage at all.
I'm going to, without moving away, I'm just going to say, are you okay? I can do some more if that would help.
It's not injury. I am well past my returning. It kind of reaches out its huge hand and just gently squeezes Eugene's shoulder and nods a thank to you, and then just stands up. It is good to see you, my friends.
You too, friend.
I'm terribly sorry. My name is Rock. I am a friend of Eugene's, and this is Aisling.
The colony remembers Rock. You met us at the docks.
Oh, I did, yes. We weren't introduced. Where is one of our friends is missing?
Who
do you happen to know?
Zabia. Have you seen Zabia?
There's that kind of gentle sort of rhythmic clicking and gentleness in your minds for a second, and he kind of looks to the wall, and then that rhythm kind of pulses out. Zabia is fine.
Oh,
okay, phew.
That's good.
Looking for you. I have asked Pearl to retrieve her.
Do we wait here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Herringon may return.
What?
That bastard.
Wait, no. Do you mean one particular Herringon?
Old enemy of magpies.
Oh God, no. Okay, right. Well, can we get you somewhere safe? Can we help you? I assume that your kind were helping us. It was most appreciated.
She thought you were pretty, and you spoke nicely.
Oh, well, that's very. I mean, that's very nice. I didn't. We didn't have time to chat very much. But,
Should we go?
Aaron sort of steps in around and puts an arm under Ghost's shoulder and said, "I will help you walk if that makes it easier, Ghost."
I will go the other side of Ghost because I am tall enough to hopefully help as well.
He tries to lean off, but you can tell he's just grateful to have. He doesn't put his full weight on you, but he is letting you both guide him.
Yeah.
He doesn't let go of the sword, which is a bit awkward. Aaron kind of keeps it guided away from her as you kind of walk.
Bashes into her as she walks.
Ow.
Anyone walking behind.
Fine.
Anyone walking behind's like that. Oh, whoops! Oh.
He guides you down another corridor, and it's all better lit and open in this area, and walks you down into what looks almost like a living space. There's much more crystal here. You hear rumbling again as something is closed behind. That chiming thoughts in your head, that language that you... What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Sylvan.
Nope.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Sign, Telepathy, and Imperial Standard.
Nope.
All right.
I only speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, I think.
Nope. I'm afraid none of you know what this language is, but it is... Is
it written anywhere?
It's not written, no.
I can sort this out if it's written.
It's in your thoughts, and it's like, it really does sound like a rhythmic version of crystals chipping against each other. It's light and gentle and airy, and it's actually quite beautiful. There's something like quite, well, let's just say primordial about it.
Wink, wink. Can I ask if Alabaster knows what the fuck's going on? Does he know how to speak this?
What?
Do you hear that?
Yes, it's quite the noise.
Yeah, it's a language,
Rather
mate.
a lot of them, isn't there?
Ooh, is there?
Do you want to know?
Do you know what?
Do you want to know what? I actually don't know what they're saying. I was trying to concentrate on whatever that thing was chasing Eugene. It doesn't seem to be one of mine.
Oh.
Which means it's
Well, I
not
hope
from
not.
our dimension.
Oh.
Aisling, are you all right? You're staring into space again.
Well, you know what that means, Rock.
Oh,
by
you're talking to
now.
him, right? Okay, fine.
Thanks.
Sorry. Well, I don't know. I thought maybe someone had taken your brain or something.
No one wants that. So, Alabaster thinks that these aren't from this dimension.
What?
The creepy things, right?
Oh, right.
But, oh, yes, Ghost. I'm
Oh,
terribly
they're
sorry.
not from the Dust and Shadows place.
Oh, I see. Not from there. Ghost. Do you know anything about the? Eugene was saying something about a creepy shadow that was trying to play with him and keep his soul or something.
Yes. There is someone summoned some creatures. We have been trying to stop them.
Oh, those are the creatures that have been in the mines. I see. And someone summoned them?
Summons? Was it the fucking Herringon?
Aisling,
I
language.
mean, he has been summoning things recently.
Yeah, there's been a trend of summoning things that are less than ideal.
Don't know. May be reporting to someone smarter.
I don't think that particular
Yeah,
Herringon
definitely.
isn't smart enough to be a
The
mastermind
bar
of
isn't
anything.
high for smarter than that Herringon. So that's a broad spectrum of people.
You don't happen to have seen any kind of like magic circles or like runes or anything anywhere?
If it's a smiley face with horns, that was one of mine.
I like the idea you've probably been doing that like regularly throughout. I will ask Eugene.
Okay.
I will ask them to look. It kind of guides you into like a grotto area where there's lots of these crystals and things like that, and they do sound like they are singing to you all as you arrive. And he settles down next to a pillar, and you watch as, like, not quite a hand, but like a shape just kind of comes out and just holds him close. Like, I should return, but I cannot leave my people defenseless.
Zabia did tell us that, and we are also here to try and help solve this. So perhaps we can help you. I don't really know how, but we are at your disposal if that could help.
He kind of nods gently and then looks at Eugene. Do you think that we have been betrayed by the miners?
No, I don't think this was anything to do with the miners. Zabia's been at the miners' camp in disguise, and she said she hasn't found anything suspicious.
That is good. The memory will listen, I think.
Okay.
Tell me why you are here, please.
Well, we're here to help with whoever's causing trouble in the mines, but we did actually come to speak with you. We were hoping that you could remember something for us, or try to remember something for us. We're looking for any information you can tell us about 5 temples. We're searching for temples that were used to keep the sky shield protected.
No. We remember everything. We will show you how to find these temples.
You will? Thank you.
We know there is a stone I can give you with guidance. It was entrusted. I left it with the memory. The grand memory will return it. We are certain.
That would be great. It's really important that we find the temples.
Can I ask, is talking to us straining for you?
No.
I can communicate telepathically if it helps you.
I have to do this anyway. But no, not a strain. What you hear is the gaps between us. There are more gaps now. More have to remember. That is why we sound confused.
Oh no, I think you sound perfectly fine. I knew you were tired, and yeah, I mean, we're happy to help, and I think you sound very good, really, and a beautiful voice.
Okay.
Aaron is kind of like standing in, and she goes, "Hang on, there's someone coming," and you hear footfalls like at pace, and as you kind of turn, Zabia kind of almost drifts past the entrance.
That's
huge relief. Just runs in immediately and just like hugs the first of you she sees. Yeah, I didn't.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, physically, yeah. Horrified, but yeah.
I didn't realize the fighting had started.
Apparently, it's already stopped.
Yeah.
With the Crythoric nothing if not efficient in their own home. Oh, Ghost. And she just settles down by Ghost's side and just grabs what is effectively his hand and just puts her hand on his shoulder and goes, oh, my friend. This is too much. We have to solve this.
Well, we need to get rid of these things. He can't stay like this much longer.
Get rid of those things that chased us, and I presume track down this Herringon?
Yeah.
Yes, please. We
Eugene,
have words.
if they've been summoned, will they disappear if we remove the circle, or will that just prevent more coming?
That will just prevent more coming through.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's better than more.
I believe the only way to get rid of these things will be to fight them.
What, the creepy thing with the
The
doll?
child.
Oh, God.
Well, at least the big thing that she was talking about.
The big shadow.
A second figure comes around the corner, much slower than Zabia. Tall, crystalline, with a soft, not as shiny as Ghost, kind of more pearlescent. And they're deliberately formed into a much more feminine form. Not wearing any clothes, but just like crystalline and female in shape, with no real features.
I'm picturing like a pearlescent Mystique when you say that, which is
Almost,
quite cool.
yeah, that's actually pretty close. Much more jaggedy because
Yeah,
obviously
more jagged.
Nice.
what they're made of.
I bet that's Pearl.
She's so pretty.
We are Pearl. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, thank you so much for your help. We wouldn't have found our friend without your help. I
thank
do
you.
appreciate very much, and I will bow very low and politely because I know that they appreciate that.
Thank you for listening to us in the tunnels. We did not want you to get hurt.
We were a little confused as to what to listen to because between the falling and the shadows and the screaming, and it was a little alarming.
And
But thank you so much.
crushing and the stabbing and the...
We apologise for any duress that we may have caused. We would have talked to you directly, but we were in another part of the caves at that time.
Oh no, you did an amazing job at protecting us. So I thank you very much.
Ashley,
Was the crushing of the other people on purpose?
Oh yes.
Okay, alright, cool.
We have found
and the
these
stabbing.
were working with the miners
The
that are stealing.
The stabbing also was them. Yes.
They have a little fire thing on them. Have you noticed that? A little tattoo?
We admit we did not. And Ghost picks up and goes, most of our people do not think of such things.
Okay.
I'm going to use prestidigitation. I think I can to make the symbol. In fact, I'm going to be uber magical and draw it in the sand. But yeah, I'm just going to say to everyone there and kind of say, have you seen this? And I'm going to ask Zabia as well and say, have you seen this symbol on any of the miners in the camp?
I'll whisper to Eugene whilst they're doing this that we saw someone with that tattoo, just so they're caught up.
Zabia looks and goes, no, I don't, there's no one I saw with this, I don't think.
I mean, that's a good thing, to be honest, but...
I mean, I didn't go stripping people, if that's what you meant. But I didn't see anybody when anyone was bathing.
Well, no, I wasn't implying that you would... I mean, if you want to, you're more than welcome to go.
She's grinning from ear to ear.
Anyway, Eugene, what do we do next? Is there any way that we can help Ghost anymore?
The only way we can help them now is to get rid of these things so they can, return in peace.
I feel like that's probably top of our list at the moment then.
Did you get a name, Eugene, while they were trying to harness your soul?
Oh yeah.
No.
Just big shadow thing
Yeah.
for their mate. Cool.
Good, great.
Pearl kind of steps up and goes, we cannot see the shadows.
Oh, that's not good.
Good. Nah.
But we saw your terror, and we know that they retreat under light.
Yeah.
We have a suggestion.
Okay.
We can drive light into one center place, and there the five of you can fight this thing.
But we'd have to get it to come to us, though, wouldn't we?
Yeah. So would you like push it
Well-
towards us?
They seem pretty annoyed at me specifically, so I'm pretty sure I can be the bait.
I thought you
Aaron's
didn't
kinda
do
giving
anything.
you daggers
Aaron-
right now as well.
Well, I mean, I didn't, but
Aaron looks like she doesn't want you to do this. And no, you're not putting yourself in that danger again. That thing was terrifying.
well, yeah, I don't want to be in danger, but how else do we get it to come where we want it to?
Also, you're really smart, but you're terrible at running.
Thank you.
Okay, if you're doing it, I am coming with you.
Well, we're all going with, but and also Eugene. Eugene doesn't need to run. Sometimes he can do that. And
I saw that. That was very cool. Can you do
Yeah.
that again?
So
Not that specifically, but I could do something similar.
Okay, cool.
I could actually take both of us.
That would be good. Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
what's the plan?
now she's friends with him again.
Plan. Okay, so Rock and Ashling and Zabia and Pearl wait in the space, and we go find the scary thing and bring it to them, and then boo, light, and then we fight it, and you guys can be ready to like surprise attack it.
Okay.
Sure.
Do we just
question.
Wait,
attack
you're
it?
just going to
Is it-
listen to me?
Well, I do have a question though. How exactly do we kill a shadow?
I was just gonna say that it's a shadow. We can't like stab it.
Well, no, but we've fought shadows before. Shadowy things. Remember in the at the ball? That was just like last week.
Yeah, I remember.
I'd had quite a lot of wine.
I mean,
Okay.
the light that Pearl is going to provide will help us, right? Will give us an advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just want to be prepared. So, okay.
And if you when you're being the bait, they get a little bit too close, you have to promise you're gonna like poof out of there. All right?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I do not want to get anywhere near those things.
Boy,
Okay.
really scary.
Yeah,
Oh, you're not helping.
we're pretty
Yeah.
keen on taking my soul. So
Oh, you're not helping at all.
And I'm just going to go to Arwen and just go. If you do keep him safe,
I mean, if he's in danger, it's because I'm dead.
Okay.
I don't mean to
You are
reiterate Ashling's
contractually
sentiments.
obliged.
Yeah, but this is not helping. So don't die, and make sure that Eugene is safe. There we go, and then we'll all be happy, and we'll all be nice to each other.
we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We were scared before. We were just being rough on each other for a second. If you got a sister, you feel like you have a sister. You
Got sister energy, isn't he?
responded like my
Yeah.
brother does.
Yeah, we're twins, so
Oh,
it's
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Pearl kind of looks to you. Then I will guide you back to where you were, and we will push it as far as we can.
Okay. Where do we go, though, if you're going to go back there?
Do we wait in
Here?
the middle?
Further down this hill is another open space. It is a dead zone for us, but it is a good place for you to fight. We will be.
But what if we need you?
We will keep lighters there as possible, as far as possible.
Okay.
And she kind of looks at Ghost and she goes, we do not want Ghost fighting this.
Oh, no.
You're sitting this one out.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
I think you've done
You
quite enough.
We will do
Have a
what
nap.
we can to assist as well.
Yeah, I mean, all help is welcome, but I don't think that we need Ghost there. Also, to be fair, we may need to run and move location or something like that, so we can always call on your help should we need you. So that would be far more helpful for us if that's possible.
Yeah.
So she kind of steps out of the grotto area. There's that sort of twinkling sound again all over, and you kind of watch as some of the crystals seem to move ever so slightly, and a small form, not quite anything, but just kind of like 4 legs on like a body shape, just kind of drops to the floor and kind of marches in front of Eugene and Aaron.
I guess we follow the puppy.
You 3 follow me. You 2 follow these brave souls who have agreed to help you.
Okay.
We wish you luck.
Thank you for your help.
Two.
It's very appreciated. Don't forget the light.
The tunnel kind of spreads, this light spreads all along, and this puppy thing just bounds up and then stops and looks back at Eugene and
Does it wag its tail?
hasn't got a tail. Just like a vague body
Wags its
shape
thumb.
and stumpy legs.
Oh my god, it's Bulba.
So you all make your way separately. Eugene and Aaron, you go back up some familiar tunnels. As you watch, you kind of see this vein of stone kind of pull itself open into a slightly darker area behind. It's about this time that dog shape, we'll call it the crystal dog.
We must protect the crystal dog at all
Pupper.
costs.
Crystal puppy.
Ah.
Starts to glow. Not as bright as the light that kind of frightened it back, but enough for you to see more than your dark vision would normally allow you to do. Guides you back down the tunnel. Meanwhile, Aisling and Rock, you find yourselves taken down to a really large chasm area, like cave area. I keep saying chasm instead of cave. Clearly that's sort of my words today. There are sort of there's like 2 major tunnels that come into this, and some pillars that kind of open up and hold like a large roof area. It's quite large. It gives you a lot of free movement, and you can immediately see what Pearl meant by saying, if you go here, it's a better fighting ground. You do notice there is barely any crystalline veins through this area. A quick investigation check off the 2 of you.
Yup. 22.
22.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh, nice. You both notice that there's sort of pick marks and things like that. This looks like basically somewhere where they mined out before. So this is an old mining space, which is probably why there's no Crythoric presence here.
Got it. How many entrances or exits to this area are there? Well, no, let me raise it this way. I would like to ask them which way Eugene is going to be coming from.
Yes.
So she's standing at the edge of the room, and she points to, there's like a staired area that kind of goes down, and she points to like a darker tunnel with like a deep ridge of like blue-green granite running through the floor.
Okay. Okay.
So, Eugene and Erin, you get back to roughly where you were. Yes, Wayne.
Sorry, there is one thing I would like to do as a preparation before you go back to them.
Yep.
I'm going to head down the tunnel that they're going to be coming from.
Yep.
And I am going to just kneel down, and you see me just whispering something into my hand, and I put my hand on the floor. And I'm actually going to cast Glyph of Warding.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
I need
So-
you to make a note of that. Make sure you do, because I may not remember that.
Yeah, so I'm placing Glyph of Warning, and the trigger is when any of those shadow creatures or a giant rabbit.
So when Cotton or a shadow creature crosses that, can it
Correct,
be that
so-
specific, or does it?
It can.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
So it says, I decide what triggers the glyph when I cast the spell. Typical triggers include touching or standing, removing another object, covering it. For glyphs inscribed with an object, the most common triggers include opening it. You can also specify by a person.
Cool.
I think this is by a person, so you probably
Yeah, hang
can't
on.
do both.
No, but I can by creature kind.
Creature kind. So
Ah.
I think
So I can say crossing it would be the shadow people then, the shadow creatures.
so. I'm going to get you to roll a quick nature check, and this is me just being a bit making sure the ruling is fair, so that you can work out what it is.
Let me just check. I mean, I can trigger it myself if necessary.
Well, you could put it in place and then kind of just have it that it's waiting for you to trigger it.
Yeah,
got to
so
keep an eye
I
on it,
could do that, but ideally I would like to trigger it when they come over it. So,
Okay.
nature, did you say?
Yes, please.
Where's nature? Okay, so that's a 12.
12.
Could I help? Could I help with this thinking in any way?
I
Because I'm
think-
proficient in nature.
I mean, either Wayne can use one of his advantages, or you can give it. I will allow that. I'm going to let you have that. I think. Yeah. I think if you're talking
I
to
feel like
Aisling
maybe
about your
Aisling's. Yeah, maybe
Aisling's-
Aisling sees him trying to do it, and I'm like asking if he needs a hand. with
Brock's like
figuring
that.
stuff out.
What are these things called? What are they? Shadowy things?
We'll have to. I don't know.
I think two of you describe and kind of compare notes, and you can have advantage.
Yay!
Oh, that's good. Nature's plus 17.
17.
That's better.
So you kind of like the shadow demons we met before were like this, and we also met some of the creatures from the realm of dust and shadow. So this is definitely not like them. So what do we know about shadows that exist in this world? And then you start talking about like myths and things like that. And I think at some point one of you goes, "Oh, they're undead."
Oh feck!
These
I mean,
That
they-
was both in character and not.
They do seem to be, so,
most shadows are undead.
right. Okay, great.
So you
Well, that's good. No wonder they were creepy as... Anyway. Okay.
Right, well, set it for undead then, I guess.
So
'Cause I
I'm
can't
then...
imagine there's going to be good undead crossing over it.
Well, I mean, if they're undead... Yeah. So I'm going to then use the explosive rune, I guess, because I don't have any divine magic
Cool.
for that. So it'll be... Yeah, so it'll just be explosive rune when undead cross it.
nice, cool.
And I will put it
Also-
far enough up the tunnel so that it won't get us if we're there.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
How long has it been, by the way, since we got into the mines? Just so I know whether my armor is still active or not.
I think your arm is still active, but it's
Yeah.
probably at
It-
the
it lasts
later
for an
end of
hour.
it. Yeah, I think it's at the latter end because you actually did that when you guys started running. So
Yep.
I think although you had a calm 20 minutes or so, I think it's still within an hour. So
Okay, cool. Good.
Eugene, Aaron is very close to you, all the way up, and is holding their warhammer like they are expecting every shadow to attack you. The crystal dog leads you back to the room where you first met that creature. It is deathly quiet. All you can hear is the dripping of water somewhere in the distance.
Hello? We're ready to play a game now. Sorry I ran away before. It was just a lot all at once.
I would like you to make me a persuasion check.
Ooh. It's not bad. Uh, 18.
18. You hear, they take your name and feed you to the dark. Again, that line. And then, we don't want to play with you anymore, but we'll take you anyway. The big
Okay.
shadow will want you too. And one of the tunnels really starts to get very dark, and you can just about make out that form starting to come out of it, start moving up towards you. Do we run now?
I think run now. Definitely run now.
The dog starts to kind of move behind you, and the two of you start sprinting. Time for an athletics check.
Oh, good.
Haven't you still got an inspiration?
Thank
Haven't
God.
you still got an inspiration?
Yeah, I have. Thank
Okay.
God. I just rolled a
You've got a
1.
couple,
Minus
though.
1, which would have been 0.
Yeah, you've got
so-
a couple.
Oh, a 20! I went for a 1.
There
A
you
natural
go.
20, which will be a 19 because
So-
it's minus 1.
You
Hell
start,
yeah.
two of you start sprinting, and you find this sort of, you dig deep in yourself, and you find this sort of panic and this very primordial strength in your body that you didn't even realize you had, and you actually keep pace with Aaron, who had to push you up the corridors before. You hear and you feel just on the back of your neck, your hair stands up as the air gets colder, as something is dogging your heels. Just beyond you, this dog is bouncing up, creating this artificial light. As you come round that corner to where the crest, it slows for a second, and the two of you have to wait to see if you can coax it. It doesn't seem to want to go where that light was before.
Now what? It stopped following us.
Taunt it, maybe?
Right. Okay.
Piss it off.
What's wrong? You're too afraid to come get us? I'm not good at taunting.
Say something about its mum.
I thought you were frightening, says Aaron. I thought you were terrifying, but you just a cowardly little wisp of darkness.
That was good. Okay.
Eugene's learning all about smack talk this episode.
Both of you make a... Well, I'll roll for Aaron, obviously, but if we both make a persuasion check again. Oh, it's good.
19.
19. Well, Aaron got a natural 20 for 24.
Yo.
So this thing,
Okay.
this sort of deep, angry, like primordial shriek, and this like the
I
shadow
think
starts
that worked.
to spread again, and the two of you head off. You watch as this thing kind of gets round. You see lights behind it, pushing it behind. It shrieks in rage. It knows it's been tricked, but now it's just furious, and it knows who it blames for this.
Eugene's running, going, "Wasn't me!"
Again, yes, wasn't actually me.
No, I'll take that one, says Aaron. The two of you bound down these tunnels. You kind of hear this shifting ahead of you, and you are forced down a side tunnel that you were not privy to before. The lights, again, coming up behind the shadow, pushing it further and further along, blocking its retreat at this point. You get out into this big open area, and you see your two friends, your three friends, waiting for you. Rock and Aisling. You see Eugene and Aaron sprinting like full, terrified.
I ready a blast straight away.
And as this sort of dark tunnel behind them just darkens, to a pitch, and as it gets forward, Rain, would you like to roll the damage for your blitz spell, please?
My blast is readied for the second that explosion dies down and I can see the shadow.
Okay.
So 7 plus 4,
Does she
11.
Does they have to make a dexterity saving throw or something?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
1 plus 4 is 11. Plus 7 is 18. Plus 7 is 25. Plus 5 is 30 damage. So on a failed...
What type of damage is it?
I will choose...
You can choose.
Yeah, I have to choose which...
What do undead not like?
Yeah. Okay. I am going to do lightning damage.
This shadow kind of drifts into it, and you kind of see these little hands coming at the edge of the tunnels, lots of them, and it forms into this little female figure in the middle of the tunnel. And the dark beads of discolored grey kind of piercing angrily at the five of you. You dare trick us? We will eat you. We will feed you to the big shadow. There is an explosion of light, and she shrieks. Thunder and lightning explodes out of the small glyph in the doorway that it did not see. There is a smoking energy, and for a second you see this. There's kind of this play almost, you see this small feminine shape, this childlike shape, shrieking and in pain and anger and hatred, and it kind of plucks at those sort of instincts, oh no, what have we done? And it stops. It's there, it's wisping with smoke and its own form. It looks at all of you. How dare you?
Sorry!
Feed you to the big shadow. The edges of the room get darker. Shadows pull away and coalesce into a large, amorphous form with big glowing eyes and sharp teeth. This writhing, shadowy mass, which at seconds you watch as humanoid shapes bubble across its back.
No!
And that's where we're going to stop.
No! Chris, I knew you were going to do that.
Now we have to wait ages.
I refuse. I refuse to wait until
Yeah, I'm going to
September.
roll initiative. We're fighting.
Yeah, screw that.
It is 5 to 6, and unfortunately, combat can go on for a good hour or so. So I think it's a good time
Especially
for us to sort
this
of wrap up
bastard.
today. Yeah.
Damn it, Eugene! Will you stop bringing weirdos home?
I will make a note of the damage you did manage to do to her so far. So cool. So yes, welcome to the Cairn, everybody. Are you
Yeah,
enjoying
great.
it?
I don't like it. I want
lovely.
to go home.
No.
Not going to give it a great TripAdvisor review, though.
Honestly, if this is what camping is like, I'm rocked done.
Dear. You guys were all amazing. Thank you for letting me spook you out. If anyone has any creepy dreams tonight, you can thump me next time you see me. I promise.
Ew. Damn it.
Yeah. So confirmations this week. What have we found out? There is more weird, shadowy choice going on. And,
Choice?
And
I hate cotton.
yes,
Everyone
Definitely
hates cotton.
confirmed that.
Bastard.
the embers are definitely on site, which means cotton again.
Fuck's sake.
That damn wabbit. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. I have been excited to kind of unleash something a bit more spoopy on you.
I love a spoop. I
Does
love a spoop.
not like.
Good. That means you'll want to kill it, which is
Does
the
not
whole
want.
point. Yeah, we are off for the rest of this month. We will be back the very first weekend in September, which is the 4th of September. If you miss us, don't worry, it will
Too
fly
long.
by. I promise. It's we're just going to be away. Wayne and I are going to go off and get older, which just happens, and then we're also going to just chill out and kind of catch up.
I'm
a
not.
little bit.
I'm not getting older.
No.
Nope.
Wayne is 25 this year, everybody.
Yay!
5 years young,
Yay!
everyone.
That's what he's telling everybody, and I have no right to disagree.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's go around, and everybody can tell you what they're up to over the next few weeks and where you can find them when they're not here. And then I'll close out the stream. Charlie, would you like to go first, please?
Yup. You can find all my stuff at charlievince.com. That's spelt Charlie spelt without an E. It's somewhere around here somewhere. There's shop. There's lots of cool new things in the shop. There's my social media links on there as well. And there's also pigeonclothing.com, PIJIN clothing.com, which has a load of hand-painted, secondhand clothes that I've got from charity shops and vintage shops, and I've painted weird things on them. And I'm selling those.
Painted cool things on them.
Painted cool things on them. And also, now that I have my new computer and an actual setup, I do want to start streaming some drawing at some point soon. So I do have a Twitch channel. It's RoboCharlie. So please do feel free to give that a follow to get informed as to when I'm going to be streaming, because it's a mystery. But I've set it up. I've got a really pretty overlay. Everything's set up and ready to go. So I'm excited to do that at some point. So that's me. Also, even though my mum is a traitor and is not watching right now, I'm still going to say hi, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Hi, Charlie's mom.
Hi, Charlie's mum.
We will come to what Charlie's mum can do in a little bit to catch up. That is brilliant. Thank you, Charlie. Wayne, would you like to go next?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. And always, it really means a lot to us. So please do give us a follow on social media, and please tell people about us if you do enjoy these streams. We would really appreciate it, because we are excited to grow it and do more. And we've met such wonderful people through this already. So it would mean the world to us. So my name is Wayne Fick. I am an art director, creative director, designer, brand coach, and other creative stuff. I'm the only non-illustrator here, so please show me some sympathy.
But you're still a creative, so it's okay. We let you in.
Yeah, I'm the sympathy. And you can find me pretty much on all the socials as WayneFick01. So do give me a follow and say hi, please. And also you can find my website at waynefick.com. So please feel free to give me a visit and say hi.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And Theo, would you like to go next, please?
That's me. I have been and will continue to be Theo. You can find my stuff at theoblueillustration.com, and that has links to all my social media on there if you want to follow me. My shop will be opening again soon, so look out for that. No definite dates yet.
Awesome.
But yeah, soon. I think that's all I have as far as news.
Amazing. It's good news, though. All good news.
Mm.
If you are missing us whilst we're away, we would ask you to consider dropping past and visiting our friends Wicked Game. They have a ongoing school-based Dungeons and Dragons game, which is really ripping at the heartstrings in the best way possible.
Oh my goodness.
The drama
Amazing.
levels.
Yeah, it's
Drama
amazing.
levels.
Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
really, really good. We love them. We think you will. If you're not following them already, please do drop past and see them.
They're all good eggs, and they're all very funny.
Or if you fancy something a little more piratical, our friends at Dice and a Slice have an amazing podcast which they have got going on their second season. You're only 3 episodes in, so you can catch up really quickly, and they have such a great cast, wonderful editing, and just
They all do themselves, I might
really,
add.
really fun, and it's so well put together, and they are so lovely. So we really do recommend you kind of pop past them. As for me, if you like what I do and you want to see my art or just chat to me on the internet,
And
I
you
talk
better
a
do.
lot of geeky stuff. You can find me and my links at www.chrismepham.com/links, where you'll find everything in relation to me and also social links for everything we do for Some Other Heroes as well. Speaking of which, Charlie's mum did miss today. And if you do miss an episode and you think, how am I going to catch up? We post our new episodes every Thursday, the following Thursday afterwards. So you can catch them on our YouTube channel, which is bit.ly/SomeOtherHeroesYT, all one word.
You hear that, Mum? You better be watching this on YouTube right now, otherwise you're gonna have words.
So you can, if you do miss an episode, don't feel bad. You can always catch up. We rather you just kind of caught up and enjoyed it when at your own leisure than feel that you kind of fell behind or anything. So
Especially folks in crazy time zones that tune in at like 4 a.m. or something. Go to bed.
We love doing this. We are going to miss you over the next few weeks, but we are going to come back. We have lots of plans and ideas, and it's going to be really, really good for us to kind of just recharge and recenter ourselves. So we will be back in September. We love you lots. Take care of each other. See you soon.
Love you, bye.
Bye!